under this blue, let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the middle, let's have it right. Middles FC. You got the minerals, yeah? Love it. Got the minerals, TT.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.
Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Welcome everyone tonight. Tonight is a special one. This is my first ever stream on this platform. Everyone knows about Johnny Minerals. Well, I bring the minerals, don't I? I like to think so, and so does Minerals Mount. Let's have it right. But yeah, big up to everyone. Hope you enjoyed the intro. It's a bit of a vibe. That's just minerals, isn't it? That's just the pure minerals, mate. That's just absolute quality. And yeah, like I say, this is my first show of my channel. I've been done with all the flip floppers and the wishy washers and all the nonsense talkers. Really, I just can't be bothered for it. So for me, I feel like I've set up my platform, my channel to express my feelings, my thoughts, and like you know me, I say what I think and I stick to that. And I am, you know, in a position now where I was a bit apprehensive in doing this. I can't be I've got to be honest about it, but at the same time, for me, I'm just going to enjoy it, and I hope everyone watching is going to enjoy it as well, because obviously I will do a varied amount of shows where I can invite people on. You can all have your say. We're all Chelsea fans, and we're all here to express how we feel about our football club. So for me personally, this is going to be an exciting start to something. You know what I mean? It could be quite good. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, obviously we're gonna delve into a lot of things on this stream, and it is obviously about that cement booted fraud of a striker who I'm so happy has departed and left. And obviously, yeah, he's sorry he's for the upset he's caused. Let's have it right. You absolute fraud of a striker. You rat. You completely ratted on a whole club. The gaffer, your teammates, Roman Abramovich, you invested in you fraud. Absolute spent. Just a joke of a player, bruv. An absolute joke of a player. I think he's the worst. I personally think he's the worst striker that Chelsea have ever had in their history. I think he's worse than Chris Sutton, bruv. Yeah. I think he's worse than Morata. And I think what he's done is actually worse than Courtois. And that's a statement there. You know, Courtois was the biggest snake at our football club. So for me, the way things are, Lukaku 100% is top of the list for me at the moment. And like I say, you know what I mean? It's just disgraceful, bruv. I told everyone, didn't I, from the start? I said the moment that this fraud came out with this interview, this documentary, that there was no going back. There was no going back for him. And rightly so. He doesn't deserve to play for Chelsea Football Club. He ain't got the minerals to play for Chelsea Football Club. He is a counter-attacking footballer. He can't play Tuchel ball. He can't play possession football. So why did we go and buy him? Yeah, I'll tell you why. Let's have it right. Marina, Roman Abramovich, some of those shocking scouts we got out of football club. They're the ones, bro. They're the ones that went out and spent 100 million on this cement-booted fraud of a player. And they're now paying the price. So Marina's out. Rightly so. Roman, obviously, we know what happened with Roman, and we had all that the sanctions to deal with throughout the season. But the way I feel, it's about time. And I'm glad it's happened early. And I'm celebrating. I'll tell you what, I am absolutely ecstatic. This for me is like making a marquee signing for our football club. 100%. It is a marquee signing. And I feel like we can now move on as a football club. We can move on. And that is the most important thing. That is the most important thing. I'll get through all the comments. Like, obviously, I'm new to this, bruv. Like, I'm used to coming on like Lewis's Gem Stream, Monsters back in the day, and just coming on and saying my piece and landing the minerals. This is a little bit different for me, so bear with me, yeah. Bear with me, bruv. Yeah. But I see a lot of you in the comments, and big up to everyone in there. Obviously, I forgot to say like and subscribe. Follow me on my socials. I even got this little thing made up for a little bit of a tinkle, bro. There we go. I'll stick that up there. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe. Listen, I'm probably one of those in the fan base that says it how it is. I back every single player. I never backed Lukaku since the documentary. I never backed him, but I backed him before and I never wanted him. But I back every single player. I support my football club with my heart and soul. And that is the most important thing as a fan. And there's too many agenda-driven hipsters, Twitter virgins, the brown envelopes. There's too many toxic people in this fan base and talking around Chelsea. And I'm done with it. So now for me, this is going to be a great opportunity to just land the minerals whenever I feel like I want to vent out and I want to say whatever I want to say. I'm going to do it. And you guys are welcome. You're all welcome to watch me. And hopefully, you know, I'll get a lot of you on the show, and we can actually, you know what I mean, have a discussion about it. So obviously, there's so much to talk about. I'll be honest with you, there is a lot to talk about, and I will get into it. And I'm going to start off with this fella, because this fella, countless times, I think it was more than 2 occasions, this guy came on to me. This fucking guy, bruv. Liam Turney from the Athletic. I hope he's watching. Yeah. And I'm sure Matt Law and all these other brown envelopes are watching. And I'll say big up Simon Phillips, because that's my guy. I've got a lot of respect for Simon Phillips. And he's the only one I really respect. And Dan Macker as well. I like Dan as well. Met him as well. But this Liam Turney fella, he came at me how many times? Now let's start the show off with some serious minerals now, yeah? Let's start the show off now with some serious minerals and enjoy this. Enjoy this.
Sort of chain of command that goes on with these big recruitment decisions. And the impression that we were given heading into this season was that, you know, if Chelsea hadn't have signed Lukaku and ended up not signing a striker, he would have been happy going into the season with the same squad. that he'd had previously. I know a lot of Chelsea fans wouldn't have, but that was the impression we were given. So he's really not making waves from a recruitment perspective. Of course, he's involved in the conversations, and he certainly recommended that he could do with a striker. He didn't specifically recommend Lukaku. We know that Chelsea have wanted Lukaku for years, but he was happy that Lukaku came.
Well, there you go, bruv. He said, oh, he was happy that Lukaku. Listen, let's have it right. Yeah. From day one, all right? From day one, this. I feel like I'm a broken record, I'll be honest with you. From day one, right? Chelsea have been looking at Lukaku for more than 2.5 years, probably three years since Conte days, right? To sign this fella, okay? They couldn't get Haaland, they couldn't get Lewandowski, and they couldn't get Harry Kane. So who did they go and buy? They went and bought the fourth choice, Lukaku. And funny enough, it came out about 3 days ago or 4 days ago, whenever it was, that Lukaku was fourth choice striker. Tuchel never recommended him, never wanted him. All right. He wanted a Lewandowski. Who doesn't want a Lewandowski or Harry Kane? Who doesn't want Haaland? All right. And we couldn't get him. And that was the way it went. Yeah. And they went and bought this geezer who never wanted to leave the football club that he was at, Inter Milan. So we've signed this guy, and the agenda driven by the journalists is just sickening. It winds me up all the time that I hear this propaganda for this fella non-stop, all right? And Lukaku cannot play possession football. He's a counter-attacking footballer. Do we understand that? Do people not understand that? I said it on Monster's stream, 10 months, even Lewis's stream, 10 months. Yeah, I think it was about a couple months or a month before we actually were linked with Lukaku. And I told everyone now, I said to him, he don't suit Tuchel's football. He's not the right profile striker. He can only play counter-attacking football. His touch isn't good enough. In the Premier League, it's a faster paced league. In Serie A, you got more time on the ball. Players like Edin Dzeko, who's at Inter Milan. He's 37 years old playing in Serie A. You know, Lukaku coming to Premier League telling me he's a proven goal scorer. Yeah, he's a proven goal scorer. He's never scored in the big games. You know, he's never ever scored in the big games against big teams. He's always played in counter-attacking teams. Manchester United, West Brom, Everton. All these teams are nothing remotely similar to the way Thomas Tuchel plays his football. So that is a bold signing. What do you expect Thomas Tuchel to go and say? Do you expect him to turn around to Roman and Marina and say, I don't want this player even though you're going to go and buy him? Roman does what he wants, and he always has done what he wants. That is how he run his football club. That's how it was successful. And he brought in managers to just manage and coach the players that they supply them with. And if they can't do it, they get the boot. So Tuchel knew what Chelsea is about. He knew when he signed for Chelsea that it was that type of club. It was that type of model, slightly similar to PSG in the sense where they just go and buy players. And, you know, Tuchel's a manager that you have to build around. You have to build around this manager. He's a special manager. He's got the minerals. He's elite. He's a wonderful manager, and he's proven it. He's won the Champions League, Super Cup. He's won the Club World Cup. He's been in 6 finals, and he's won 3 of those finals. He's inherited a squad that's not his. He's had to deal with this signing of Lukaku. He's not actually had his own signing at his football club. And he's managed to keep us in the top 4 at 3rd place. Injuries, Chilwell, James out, Kovacic, Kante out. Silva can't play every game. You got Rudiger, Christensen. I mean, these guys disrespectful to our club. Having all these contract negotiations going on throughout the season. What's that all about? Mason Mount and Reece James, they said they'll wait till the end of the season. And that's how you should be if you respect your club. You don't need that nonsense going on around the club. And then announcing that you're leaving, that you're going to Barcelona, that you're going to Real Madrid, that it's leaked out from the journalists, from them brown envelopes, that they're leaving midway through the season. It's just not on. There's no harmony. It's unsettling for the squad with everything that's going on. Do you know what I mean? It's just, there's a lot of players at our football club that don't deserve to play at Chelsea. They don't deserve to play for the badge. And what we are seeing now with the changes, with Boehly coming in, and obviously Boehly now taking matters into his own hands, and I respect him for that. And I think it's a good start. I think I'm going to take everything with a pinch of salt. I'm going to, in a way, the proof's in the pudding with the new owners, because it's not just about the now, it's about the future and how they're going to actually, look after our club and what their ambitions are for our football club. And most importantly, and what I am seeing now, is that they want to back Tommy T. And that is the key, because now Thomas Tuchel has power, he has a say, and he will recommend solely the players that he actually wants. And that's important, because I'm sort of, however, I respect Roman and I've got love for Roman, and I never wanted Roman to leave. But the situation is what it is. And right now, for me, I don't think under Roman, Thomas Tuchel would get back the way he will get back now. He might get back to a little bit, but not to this level, to the level where you got Marina and Petr Cech, who I'm very disappointed in. Petr Cech, if it's true, because you know me, I don't believe these brown envelopes, but if it is true, I believe it with Marina 100%, because she's got blood on her hands for signing this fraud, and paying 440 grand wages, paying 100 million for this player that we're now having to loan back for 8 million euros with some add-ons that takes it up to 10 million. It's embarrassing. We've had our pants pulled down and the whips cracked out, and we're getting done. And as far as I'm concerned, those two, it was sounded out, I think today or later yesterday, that they want to give Lukaku another chance, another crack next season. Are you fucking serious? What? Immediately, Boehly, bruv, lands the minerals. He says, I'm going to go to Inter Milan. I know Rock Nation, them frauds. Fuck them lot. Rock Nation. And fuck Lukaku. Yeah. All right. But he went there and basically landed the minerals and said, it doesn't matter. I don't care if I'm losing money. The gaffer don't want him. So what happens to Marina and Bruce Buck, obviously I held my banner up at the bridge. I think it was the Brentford game with Buck out, Roman back, Ricketts out, Rain out, and for me, Bruce Buck, he should have been gone when he brought us into that Super League nonsense. Yeah. But he's stepping down. But Marina's gone. It was only a matter of time before she would, get the boot, whether she was going to be here for the transition. But don't you come in with these new owners, landing that agenda so that you don't look like an idiot, yeah? Because Marina fucked up, and that's the bottom line. She messed up so bad. That was Roman's last signing, and that was her last signing. Because I think she's gone now. That's from what I'm hearing. She's gone. She's not coming back. So what are we seeing now? We're seeing a clear out, not only starting to happen in the team, but also behind the scenes. That's very important. But it's not going to happen quickly. It's going to take time. We're already behind. A lot of people, a lot of fans are getting all pissed off and upset because we haven't signed anyone yet. Because we're getting linked to certain players that they don't like. Well, listen, the bottom line is, if Tuchel wants Sterling, and he wants what's his name? Declan Rice. I'm backing the gaffer. If he doesn't want Declan Rice, I'm backing the gaffer. If he says I don't want Koundé and I want Koulibaly, I'll back the gaffer. If he doesn't sign Dembele because he doesn't really want him, I'll back it. But obviously, we know that's not true. My point is, whoever the player is, it's what the gaffer wants and what he needs. And he knows better than you, me, or any fan, or anyone running the club, who the right players are for our football team right now as it stands, because we're in a rebuild and we need to make the right additions in the right areas where we've been fucked over. So Lukaku's one of them, Christensen's another one, Rudiger's another one, Alonso wants to leave, and fair play, go and do one. Asby, my legend, bruv, absolute legend. I think he's due. I don't think he can withstand playing in the Premier League for another season. I think his legs are gone. I have to be real about it. So they're all going to go. So whole back line's in major need of surgery, yeah. And then you've obviously got the midfield area. You know, Sol, Howler, bruv. You know, he's gone. Bring back Gallagher. Bring back Billy Esther Goatmore, bruv, who's got the minerals, yeah. For me personally, he's got to come back and be in the squad, and I trust Tommy T that he'll do that. Yeah, Tommy T will do that. What else, bruv? We've got the front line. Ziyech, bruv. He's Houdini himself. Yeah, he ain't no magician. All right, he needs to go. He's not good enough. Timo, do you know what? I'd even give Timo one more season, bruv. At least he tries, man. At least he tries on the pitch, you know? And you have to understand something, right? When Lukaku came into our football club, it affected not just the front line, the whole balance of the team, all right? It affected the way he wants to play and the way Tuchel wants to play, chalk and cheese. So he affected Kai Havertz, Timo Werner. Minerals Mount is a baller regardless. He'll play anywhere. And he'll land the minerals, yeah, 100%. But you're still hindering Mount by playing that lump up front. So, as far as I'm concerned, when he came in, it all started off nice. Rom's back, all the stands. He's world class. He's exactly what we need. Waffle merchants, where are you now? You Lukaku stands are all in the mud, where you belong. All right. And it's not only that, it's when he made that interview, you still backed him. You still backed him. Think about that. What does that say that about you as a fan? Because for me, I have loyalty. I have loyalty to all the other players, to my gaffer, to Roman. You don't get any respect from me doing that. All right. And this fella's been talking since December. He's been talking since December to Inter Milan, trying to sort a deal out. Then the interview comes out. It's just, you know what I mean? How can you back this guy? And the thing that winds me up, the thing that absolutely does my nutting, we don't play to his strengths. We don't create enough for him. Yeah? What do you expect to create when the geezer don't fucking move? He presses like he's running underwater. He moves like he's a lamppost, bruv. In fact, they don't fucking move, do they? So that tells you everything about Lukaku. He sulks. He doesn't hold up the ball. He ain't got a first touch. Doesn't bring anyone into play. So you need Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, whoever's playing with him to do all the fucking legwork for this guy. And after the interview, you still go and back him. So, as far as I'm concerned, you need to question yourself seriously as a fan. Because right now, yesterday and today, proves it was a bold signing. Proves that the gaffer never wanted him, doesn't want him, and got rid of him. And you backed it. You backed it. You thought that the gaffer wanted him. You were fed false narrative that the gaffer wanted this player. And fall be you, not me. I didn't fall for it. I knew from day one. I knew it was a board signing. I even said it 10 months. And when I did say it, and I clipped that Liam Towney from The Athletic, yeah, when I clipped him, and he got his knickers in a twist and got all upset. Oh, you took it out of context. What context, mate? What context? What's the context now, fella? Shall I bring up some? I'll tell you what, yeah. I'll tell you what. Because when was it? Today, this nonsense came up. This nonsense came up. Look at this. If you actually watched that run, you'd know they won the Champions League despite not having a single consistent source of goals or creation. You fucking wrong'un, bruv. You absolute wrong'un. We were playing far better, creating far more chances without that cement-booted fella. And you have said this today. He said this today, bruv. He said this today. He said this today. And let's look at Matt Law, the biggest fraud, bruv. I'm surprised Liam Towney hasn't even blocked me, mate. But Matt Law has, obviously, for whatever. He can't handle the minerals, mate. But as good as Thomas Tuchel has been, Lukaku's return to Inter absolutely puts pressure on him. He has to take some responsibility, and he absolutely has to make sure Chelsea get the right men to replace him and make sure they perform. There can be no excuses on that front. Listen, Matt Law, you fucking fraud, bruv. Yeah? What are you propping now? Liam Towney and Matt Law propping against Tommy T now, all of a sudden. Why? Because you've been propping Lukaku all this time, feeding this bullshit narrative that Lukaku was Tuchel's player. Lukaku's not getting the best out of him. Tuchel wanted him. And what's happened now clearly fucking doesn't say that, does it, mate? It doesn't say that. It says the opposite. And you're still tweeting it out because you got pride, your reputation. You look like a mug. You all look like mugs. Pies and mash, you fucking wannabe journalist. Nathan Gizzin, whatever the fuck his name is. That little toothpick, teenager. All propping Lukaku. Simon Johnson, propping him, bruv. Every single one of them. You all brown envelopes. And some of the big accounts as well. Nini FC. Biggest fucking fraud, mate. That guy. Biggest fraud, man. Even Daniel Childs the other day. You guys have got a platform. And you're dick riding Lukaku like it's relentless. And he's gone. And you're still dick riding him. And coming at the gaffer. Oh, Thomas Tuchel's got a track record of having these issues with players at PSG. You fucking don't want to hear it, bruv. I don't want to hear this nonsense. These people are an absolute disgrace to the fan base. They've got a fucking platform. And if you lot follow them, question it, mate. Question it. Get in their comments and land the minerals and say it how it is, because it's not on, mate. Nini, bruv. Just a joke, but he had the cheek to say we've lost more minerals today, or whatever he said. Yeah, he ain't got the fucking right to say minerals. He don't even know what it is because he ain't got them. Daniel Charles, bruv, what is that about, man? What are you doing? I bet these lot didn't even want Tammy, bruv. I wanted Tammy. I never wanted Lukaku. These fucking idiots wanted Lukaku. They thought Lukaku was the answer. They thought he was the one that's going to solve all the problems. Put the ball in the net. Did you know this? Lukaku, he made 7 touches against Crystal Palace. Yeah. Oh, but he doesn't get the ball, doesn't get the service. Yeah. We don't play to his strengths. The geezer's got no assists. What striker, bruv, in the history of the Premier League have you seen with 0 assists, bruv? 0. Now, Diego Costa, Didier Drogba, bruv. Real ballers, real minerals. They're the ones. Assists everywhere. Link up, hold up, shithousery, want to die for the badge. Lukaku gave all this nonsense that he wanted to return to the club that he supported as a young'un, and he does this and disrespects us. And all these people coming out with their agendas, all these Lukaku stands, you're all in the fucking mud. You're all shut up now, haven't you? You ain't on my timeline. You're not on my channel. You're not in my comments. People that are here, that are either writing in the comments, obviously share similar views, yeah, and understand what I'm saying. And there's obviously people that are watching, that are just watching because you're all fucking haters, or you're probably the wishy-washies from other places or whatever, yeah. I call you little princesses, which you are, yeah. And you can watch all you want. And look, I'm here, bruv. I am here, and I'm going to say it how it is, and I always will do. And if you don't like it, you don't like it because I'm right. No one likes it because I'm right. When Mason Mount has an unbelievable game and he brings the minerals, if they praise Mount, they're praising me. That's their mentality. That's how sick they are, these people. Yeah? That's how sick they are. But I'm going to, like I say to you, I'll say it how it is. And Monster as well. Big up Monster, because obviously I went on his platform during lockdown. That's when I first entered this game. And I sometimes question why I did, right? And I met Lewis and I met Jem as well. And I met a lot of people and a lot of them fellas from the football terrace and all them. Where the fuck are they, bro? Yeah? Where are they? These people. Yeah? Coming at Mason Mount and all our players and having it, all these Chelsea fans coming at our Cobham boys. They bleed blue. They are Chelsea. They're Chelsea DNA. Look at Manchester United. Manchester United are crying out for players like that. All they've got is Scott McTominay, and he's not good enough. Yeah, at that level. But it's all they've got. We've got an array of these boys, and they're class, and they want to play for Chelsea. And that's what I want at my football club. I want players that want to play at Chelsea. I don't want these big money signings that come with high wages, all right? High demands that they want to play, and they are in their own mind and don't have the love and the passion and desire to play for Chelsea. I don't want those players. If Lewandowski wants to play for Barcelona and Thomas Tuchel wants him and Chelsea are trying to get him, we're not his first choice. For me, that's a risk. I know he's world class, but it's a risk. And he's even said it. He's a bit apprehensive coming to Premier League. Doesn't think he's going to get the numbers that he's been getting in Bundesliga. Well, let's have it right, fella. Of course you ain't going to get those numbers. Bundesliga tax, bro. That's why you play there. And you play at the best team. Test yourself, fella. Yeah? Look at the players we got. They test themselves. They're building. And they've already won the Champions League. They've won the Champions League. They've won the Club World Cup. They won the Super Cup. And we're building. And we're under an elite manager. And that's all that matters for me. If you don't want to play at my football club and you're just there for the money, I don't want you. We've had enough of that. We've had that under Roman too many times. Too many players like this. We don't need them, bro. We just do not need them. We don't want them. All right? And that's the way I stand with it. If I want to bring through a Broha or I want to bring through Gilmore and Gallagher, I'm going to fucking well do it, and the gaff will do it if he thinks they've got the minerals. But all these people out here are adamant to go and buy these blockbuster signings, these players that cost 100 or ready-made players. It doesn't work like that. We're not like that at the minute. I want players that want to play at a football club and let the gaffer build. Let the gaffer build us and turn us into a winning machine, yeah? Where we got players that can play high ball recovery, pressing, relentless possession, hunger, desire, die for the gaffer. Players like Neymar, he said, I'd die for Thomas Tuchel. He's a blockbuster signing, Neymar. I would love name minerals, yeah. I would love him, bruv. Honestly, for me, Neymar is he would be for me the marquee signing of our football club, along with Declan Rice. Bigger than Dembele for me, yeah. I would love him, bruv. I would love him. And I think there is, from what Fabrizio said yesterday, there might be something there, bruv. There might be something there. But the players that I have been told, I'm going to shout out Simon Phillips, yeah. The players I've been told, Sterling, Richarlison, what's the other one? Bear with me. Laporte's an interesting one. I would snap him up. You see, this is what I was trying to explain to people, is that Thomas Tuchel is looking at a balance here. He's looking at a balance of bringing in players from other leagues, right? Players like Koundé, players like Dembele or a Neymar, for example, who will need time to adapt to the Premier League. And then he's also looking at his Cobham boys, yeah, all the loanee players, Gallagher's, Gilmore's, Broha's, Colwell's, all of those players. He'll be looking at those. Then he'll want a mix of signing some Premier League proven players, and obviously Sterling falls into that. Laporte does, Richarlison does, Declan Rice 100% does, and Declan Rice, I need that Rolls Royce in the midfield. And I tell you this, for me, this is the most important signing at our football club. All right, apart from the obvious, which is replacing the players that are leaving, Declan Rice is the minerals, yeah? And people that don't rate him are very similar ones to the ones that didn't rate Mason Mount or still don't rate Mason Mount. And Mason Mount is proving all those haters wrong every fucking day of the week, 24/7, lockdown, and he'll continue to do that till the end of his career because he's generational, yeah? And Declan Rice, for me, he solves so many problems at our football club. He's a proper DM. He can slot into centre back position. He can allow us to play a 3-man midfield, which means bringing Minerals Mount into the middle of the park, so we can play an 8. He can play an 8 and a 10 role. It's allowing us to play a back 4 and a back 3. We can play a 2-6 if we want. He can play on his own. I mean, I know he hasn't done it that much, but I'm sure the gaffer can get it out of him. All right, and you can play cover with him if Georgie, if Georgie stays, he can play with Declan Rice. He can play. Rice can play with Kante, depending on who the gaffer and who the club decides to sell. Me personally, for all the sorry sexuals that love Jorginho, and I love Georgie, I think he's a great player, and he's been a great servant. But if we can get money for him, I think we get money for him. For me, Kante is irreplaceable. You know, Kante is. If you have a Declan Rice and Kovacic and you bring a Gilmore and Gallagher, you've got that opportunity to play Kante in the games that we need him, the important games, the big games. All right, and you can rest him. But throughout this season, we've been rushing him back. And that's affected us at the end of the day. It's affected us. And sadly, that's why he keeps getting injured again. And that's why he doesn't get to his top form. And I think when you got an 80 to 90% N'Golo Kante, you've seen him last season. I know this season's not been great, but last season, he's two players on that pitch with ease. He's just unreal, man. Why the hell are you going to sell that player? And I don't know, mate. Honestly, I don't know. But yeah, I was saying about I got off track there. But for me, Declan Rice is key, bruv. He's absolutely key. And do we need a number 9 striker? I'm going to say it how it is, bruv. Yeah. We got Kai, generational Havertz. Yeah. I think everyone's sleeping on Kai. They don't quite know what player we have in Kai Havertz. This player is a very special player. He's 20. He's just turned 23. All right. He's clutch. At a young age. Where was Mbappe's minerals, bruv, in the Champions League final, or in the round of 16 in the Champions League? Where was his minerals, bruv? Yeah. I'll tell you what. Kai Havertz, Mason Mount. They land the minerals. They know what it takes to go all that way. And that's it. That for me is good enough. All he needs is consistency. But listen, let's have it right. How can Kai Havertz get consistency when you've got that cement-booted fella playing every fucking game? Can I remind everyone at the start of the season, you had to play Kai Havertz on the right. He's not a right or left player. He's a false nine. That's what he is. The gaffer himself, with Glenn Hoddle, sees Kai Havertz like a Berbatov, Bergkamp profile player. All right? And there is not one player in the Premier League or that I've seen in Europe score a goal like he did against Newcastle at the Bridge. One touch, over the top, one touch, second touch, kill, goal. All right? That for me is Bergkamp, Berbatov-esque. That player, listen, he's got the minerals. And I'd stick with Kai Havertz up front. Don't get me wrong, if you can get a Lewandowski in, then you do it. Kai will learn off him. But you have to have Declan Rice, because if you have Declan Rice, it means you can play the free man in midfield, all right? Even Kai Havertz could play in and amongst behind the strikers, or he might work. It might work. The gaffer will find his way, but for me, I feel like if you do bring in a number 9, it affects Kai Havertz, and I don't want to affect him, bruv. Anyone calling for Kai Havertz to be sold, that's what you get. That's what you get. Because you clearly don't understand football, and you do not understand the quality of this kid. This kid is unreal, all right? And if you want to go and sell Kai Havertz, I guarantee you, like I've guaranteed you with Mason Mount, I'll guarantee you that he will go and be better than Kevin De Bruyne. He will go to that Lewandowski level. He will be up there at the top. Do you want to see that happen at your football club? I don't want to see it, bruv. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that at all. All right, yeah. That's a fair point. If Kai gets injured, we're fucked. But listen, if you buy Richarlison, I'll tell you where we wouldn't be screwed over is if we keep Broha. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. See, for me, Broha, I'd like him. I like him. I think he's got minerals, but I don't think he's ready for Chelsea. One thing's playing at Southampton, and another thing's playing at Chelsea. And apparently, he wants guaranteed. He wants guaranteed football in time, minutes. I don't think he gets that at Chelsea, and that's where I think he goes in as part of the Rice deal. And if it is a case of sell Broja to get Declan Rice, and you get Declan Rice at a cheaper deal than what they want, which is nonsense. They're never going to get that. Then I think that's a good deal for us, as long as maybe we get an obligation to buy with a buyback. But also don't forget we do have Timo Werner, bruv. We got Timo Werner. So listen, we've got a lot of players in our squad. We've got enough quality in our squad. But we need to add top tier players, real minerals, to be in our first team, because we've lost Rudiger, Christensen. Chilwell, we don't know how he's going to come back next season. I think he'll be all right, but you never know with these injuries. They can affect you. So it might be a case of it being a slow development for Chile. And then Reece James, obviously, we know he's got the minerals. He's just a baller. So we need backups. If the gaffer wants to play the wing back system, we need backups because they can't play every game. But this is why I'm saying to everyone, yeah, Declan Rice is key. There's no Kamara. There's no Basuma. Listen, let's have it right. You lot going on about Basuma, yeah? Basuma ain't Chelsea level. And you lot are twerking for him. He's gone to Tottenham because he's gone from Brighton to Tottenham. That's about right. But going from Brighton to Chelsea, mate, nah. We're levels above Spurs. We are levels above Spurs. All right? And that puts me on to my next thing. Anyone, any fan, any Chelsea fan that thinks that Tottenham Hotspur, that Tin Pot club, are close to Chelsea and are going to overtake Chelsea, I want to remind you something here, bruv. Yeah? I want to remind you something. We got Mr. Tommy T, bruv. the minerals. Yeah, there is no way that Tottenham are taking over Chelsea. No chance. All right, we got the real minerals here, bruv. We got the real minerals. The proper manager here, bruv. Yeah, proper manager. This is what it's about, mate. Yeah. And like I say, Lukaku, you fraud, Jay-Z, Rock Nation, you're all in the mud, bruv, in the cementals, bruv. That's where you are. That's where you belong. Get out of my football club. I'm so happy. I am so happy, bruv. I am so happy. Yes! He's gone. He's out. This guy, no more shit. No more baggage. No more, we don't give him the service. R9's back. You fucking fraud. You're in the mud. He's gone. I'm so, honestly, this is the best news, mate. Honestly, this was what my stream's meant to be about, bruv. It's what it's meant to be about. Yeah. Oh, mate. You know, this is the real minerals, bruv. Yeah. Listen, I put minerals missing. He never had minerals anyway. He never had the minerals, bruv. He never had the minerals. Yeah. He never had the minerals. And listen, let's have it right. City, Tottenham, Arsenal. Yeah. All right. City were coming for City. I don't doubt that. Whether it's not this year coming, this season, or 100% next season, we will be there. We get the right additions, and I'm looking forward to it. But they'll never see this, bruv. They'll never see that. 2 stars, Champions League. We just got everything, mate. We got everything in our locker. We're ready. We are ready. And I think there was some news about that Felix player. Who's quite a tidy footballer, but he ain't a minerals man. Yeah, he's not a minerals man. And he admires Mason Mount. Felix, he admires Mason Mount, and he'll play with Mason Mount. Yeah, he'll play with Mason Mount. He doesn't play instead of Mason Mount. So I mean, listen, these are big signings. These are expensive signings. I don't see these things happening. If they do, you know, I'm all up for it. Yeah, but Boehly, bruv, Boehly, he's got the minerals, bruv. He came in, and he literally cemented the fella. He said, "Fuck this, I'm getting him out. The gaffer doesn't want him. I'm going to sell him. Not even sell him. I'm going to loan him. I'm not even going to make money. I'm just going to get rid of him because that's what Thomas Tuchel wants, and that is the most important thing. That is all we care about." And there are fans in this fan base that are questioning Tuchel's talent ID, putting pressure on Tuchel. Oh, this is it. If he does all the signings on him. Yeah, of course it is. But he knows what he's buying. He's a manager. He's now a manager. He's not a coach. There's a difference now. He's not a coach anymore. He's a manager. He can build a dynasty, just like the Fergie did. Pep's doing it at the minute. Klopp's trying to do it. He's trying to do it and he ain't doing it. Yeah? But Pep is kind of doing it. And I think Thomas Tuchel is that manager to take us to that. You know, to really build. We could have this manager for the next 5 to 10 years. He loves the club. He's proven throughout the whole season that he loves this club. Like, he loves the fans. He's always pumping his chest. He's passionate. He cares. And he's had so much to deal with this season. It's just unbelievable what he's had to deal with. No manager, no Pep, Klopp, or Zidane, or Ancelotti could deal with this, mate. I'm sorry. No one. With the pressure that you get at Chelsea, under Roman at that time, and then after him, if Roman stayed, Lukaku would have stayed. Marina would have made sure he stayed, and we'd have to deal with all his baggage and all his diva shit next season. Now we don't have to do that. Boehly's come in and he set the tone, and I like that about Boehly. I like that he's talking to Thomas Tuchel about what he wants, advising him. Look, I can go and do this. I can deal with this side of it. You tell me what you want, what you need, and what are the areas, and we try and do it. We are behind as a football club compared to every other football club because of sanctioning. No, you can't prepare for deals while you're sanctioned. because you don't know what the new owner is going to be when he comes in, how much money you got to spend. There's a lot of factors involved. Who's going to be there behind the scenes? Does Thomas Tuchel even want to stay? You know, if I was the gaffer and Lukaku was forced to stay, and I don't want him. Listen, he never wanted after that interview. All right, that was it for Tommy T. He said that's it, and I respect the gaffer. But all you lot believed what he said. He did what he had to do to protect Chelsea Football Club's investment and Marina's and Roman's investment. That's why he did what he did to all you lot in the press. And he played him 9 games consecutively. He played him 9 games, bruv. Yeah. And he scored 2 goals in 13 games in total against Plymouth and Chesterfield. The guy's got no assists. He's our top scorer. I hear these dickheads talk about, these idiots. Yeah. And I have to swear, because that's the only way I can describe these guys. Or I'll say wrong-uns instead. Yeah. That he's our top goal scorer. Top goal scorer. Put it into context, mate. Put it into context. Yeah. What big team has he scored against? What 3 points has he won us? You know, I think Villa was the only one. Arsenal was one. And that's it, bruv. That was it. Do you know what I mean? Listen, if you can, people that are in here, like and subscribe and all that. I could get some people on. I might bring on Jem, bruv. Let's bring on Jem. So I like Jem. We went up to Leeds, mate. That was a great game. That was a great game. Here we go. I'll drop you the link, Jem. I can try and actually like work out. We'll go through these comments with people. Do you know what I mean? Big up everyone, yeah. Ask me some questions as well in the chat, and I'll go through them. Marina deserves to be. So, what's Mo put there? Marina deserves to be sacked. I find it disgusting contact. Tottenham has been back more than Tuchel at Chelsea, even though he's been there less than 6 months. Listen, it's very Daniel Levy has not got a good track record, but I think Conte set the tone with him before joining, saying, "Look, these are my demands, otherwise I'm gone." And I think Conte, if he didn't get them Champions League, I don't think he gets back like this, if I'm being honest. But the fact that he's got them Champions League, Levy's got to give him to an extent what he wants. But let's have it right. Perisic is a fucking pensioner, bruv. You know, he's probably going to get injured. Basuma is a good addition, but like I say, he's not our level, in my opinion. They've got Harry Kane, they've got Son. They're trying to get Bastoni and people like that. So let's see. Let's see about people like that. I like Richarlison, if I'm being honest. I do actually think he's all right. I think he's all right, Richarlison. Let's go on this one. Thoughts on Malansar. Do you think he should be given a chance or for another season or loaning out? Listen, he's got some good attributes, but I just don't think he's ready to play consistently for Chelsea. He might be good as a squad player. I can't lie. He might be good as a squad player. Jester does my nutting. I don't really watch live anymore. Well, you can come and watch me on mine, CFC Dino. Big up. I hope you subscribe, mate. You can watch me, mate, and I'll say it how it is. Thanks for being in here as well. Everyone in here, I appreciate you watching, and commenting. Like, there's a lot of attention here. I'm actually overwhelmed by it. I can't lie. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I would listen. I'd if it means Broja going to West Ham to get Declan Rice, I'd do it personally. I'd do it. All right. What else you put? Mills FC. Let's have a look. I like Richarlison a lot. Quality player. that will fight for every blade of grass. Brazilian national, heads, both foot, tap in, fearless player, would love the kid. Listen, I like him. I think he's got minerals. He's still got potential because he's still he's still young, and he's like 25, I think. He's played in Premier League. Listen, he was brilliant for Super Frank at Everton when they really needed him, and he's one of those players that you don't like playing against because he's irritating, bruv. He's annoying. Like he's a time waster. He can like go down easy, but I think under Tommy T, he could get the best out of him. I really think he could. Is he clinical enough? That remains to be seen. Yes, Jem.
Minerals FC. Fucking yeah. What's that on?
Right.
The Minerals has dropped his own YouTube channel, guys. You know what that means?
Yeah, I have, mate. I have.
Smash that like button. You got to subscribe to the Minerals, man. Come on, get this guy. Get this video over 100 likes, because you're on nearly 90 likes, which is pretty impressive actually. So you can easily get this over 100 likes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
cheers, everyone. Love that.
Get this over there, man, and subscribe as well. Come on, because he's going to bring so much. He's going to bring so much fun this season. You don't realize it. Some of the stuff that's going to be coming from this channel is going to crack me up, man.
A lot of people were saying, Jem, that they're upset that Lukaku's gone because they they miss me going mad on the geezer. Listen, he was bad for my blood pressure. My blood pressure's gone up since that player came to our football club. And Jem, like I say, from day one, we never wanted this guy. We wanted Haaland. We ended up getting this fella, bruv.
I'm
so happy he's gone, mate. I'm so happy he's gone.
He's got the cheek to come out today, and supposedly we find out that he's been crying or something. He was crying with joy after Chelsea and Inter had agreed to allow him to go back to Inter. The only ones that should have been crying was us Chelsea fans after the year of shit that we had to part with him, right? Because we spent 100 million on a striker, taking 300k a week to literally bend us over backwards, which is what he did. This guy's crying. We should be the ones crying. We're the ones that have suffered from it, not him. He's the one that's took 300k a week from this football club. Yeah, and now it's whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, how can he be like crying with emotions? Oh my God, I'm going back to Inter. We're the ones that suffered. We're the ones that committed.
Cheers.
We committed. Yeah, cheers. I got water. I can't cheers with water.
Cheers. Get that drink down, yeah. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC.
You know, at the end of the day, we committed to him. Do you know what I mean? Us laying down 100+ million was a commitment from the football club. Do you know what I mean? And he just shat on that. He literally shat on it. And me and Johnny said at the beginning, like we had many conversations back, like on WhatsApp and shit, where we were like, I don't think this is going to work. We went on Monster Stream, had all the Lukaku stands on our cases, man. All in our cases telling us that we're deluded and he scored all these goals and he's this prolific striker, world class, and this, that, and the other. And look what happened. You know, I've actually had a couple of apology messages. I'm not going to lie. Some people, real people, have come out and apologized to me and said, you know what, you got it bang on, to be honest. But do you know what the bad thing is, Johnny? I would have rather been proven wrong, bro. Because if we were proven wrong and he scored 30 goals a season, we would be in a lot better position, Chelsea, if he was actually firing and doing what he was meant to be doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, people don't realise it.
What done it for me is that they were backing him relentlessly, even after he ratted our entire and shat on our club. That's what didn't sit right with me. And that's why I was having it out with a lot of people that, you know, every day of the week when he's performing stinker after stinker, bruv. You know, I've come on your show absolutely rattled by this guy. And people are like, honestly, that was not enjoyable for me. It was horrible to watch him. He's a horrible player to watch. He's just everything about him is wrong and doesn't. And this is how I felt, bruv. This is how I felt when he left. I felt like that. That is me. Big up my Mason Minerals man, my baller, generational, absolute goat of our football. That is what you call, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, proper Chelsea. Not this guy, bruv. This guy, look at this guy, bruv. Disgraceful, man. Look at this guy kissing that badge. I feel sick.
You know what? Yeah, I'm still seeing it today, right? I had a couple of. I showed you actually. You were in the group, weren't we? Where I was talking to one of these like Lukaku, stands, and he was still arguing the fact that Thomas Tuchel is to blame to a degree for what Romelu Lukaku's failures are at Chelsea. And the fact is, mate, anyone that's blaming the manager, yeah, I'm telling you, idiots, especially after what Romelu Lukaku's done to this. How can you blame Thomas Tuchel when he's played how many different formations last season? People forget. They must have
what done it to me today was that Matt Law and Liam Turney tweet I saw today. I was fucking livid. Yeah.
Yeah, they picked on Tuchel, didn't they? They said
no, I'll tell you this now. They're picking on Tuchel because they're in the mud. Yeah. You brown envelopes, you don't deserve to earn the money you're earning and report what you report. And one of the tweets from Matt Law, which someone sent me because obviously I'm blocked, was an opinion tweet, and he was having a dig at Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel is the last person that you dig at after everything he's been through this season. What? Because you were propping Lukaku all fucking season, all the way through the interview, after the interview, you were giving it false narrative on this timeline, continuously shoving it down our throats. It's sickening, mate. And people fall for it. I literally only follow one person. That's Simon Phillips and Dan Maka. That is it.
Yeah,
I don't follow anyone else.
The only people that look stupid in all of this are the people that defended this guy, because he's literally, I don't know what there is to defend him, or he's literally shitted on you.
Well, that's Nini FC. Nini FC, Daniel Childs. I mean, I was going to say about Monster. Monster gave it a lot of big un after the interview.
He did at the beginning, didn't he? Yeah.
But then he realised, this guy's done.
He did. To be fair to him, he took it.
Big up Monster, like top
Monster as well. But other ones that still making excuses for him and trying to blame Thomas Tuchel for the demises of Romelu Lukaku are fools. All that we've seen of Romelu Lukaku in this season in the Premier League is that, number one, he can't play in the Premier League because he's just not good enough. That's why he left in the first place. Number two, he's not elite. He's not versatile. He doesn't know how to adapt. And number three, if you do not feed him in games, if you do not create for him in the games, he can't make shit happen for himself. He hasn't got the ability to make things happen for himself in games. And that is a bad thing, a bad trait to have if you're a striker. The fact that you need to be creative for all the time, otherwise you go disappearing. That's what we saw. 15 touches a game, 17 touches in 19 minutes, 13 touches in 90 minutes, 27 touches in fucking 90 minutes. Like, no assists. He had 0 assists in the whole. He scored. They're getting excited because he scored more goals than any other Chelsea forward. It combined in all comps, he scored 14 or 15. He scored 8 goals in the Premier League, bro. 8.
Before the cup final? Everyone, because we were at Leeds, yeah, and he scored the third goal. They were 10 men down. Mount scored. Who was the second goal? Do you remember?
It was Lukaku, Mount, Ziyech, wasn't it?
Ziyech. So Ziyech scored the second, and then Lukaku scored the third, and he had chances before as well, and he missed them, right? And then they said, "Oh, Rom's back. Oh, after Wolves, Rom's back playing against Wolves, yeah, where we fucking lost. We drew that game. It was a shocking result because we lose all that intensity up front, bro. I'm done with it. I don't want it. I'm so happy he's gone, and hopefully he goes back to Milan, who the ultras are not happy with by the sounds of it. They don't even want him.
They don't want him.
And I don't blame them. He's just a rat. He's a rat, bro.
But the thing is, Johnny, I said this to everyone. They're like, a lot of people, Chelsea fans, are saying, I hope he goes back to Inter Milan and he fails. I actually hope he goes back to Inter Milan and bangs 30 goals a season, because people.
Oh yeah, no, it was Pulisic. Sorry, Jim. It was
Pulisic. Yeah. At the end of the day, we still need to try and sell this guy eventually. Do you know what I mean? We need to make some sort of value back from this guy. Him going back to Inter Milan and banging again and scoring goals increases his value. So I actually want him to do well there so that we can get him off our books and actually claw back some of that value that we've got. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Not anything else. I don't give a shit about anything else about this guy. To be honest, I ain't even gonna watch a game that he's in. That's how much I hate the guy. I do not like him. I don't usually hate people, but this guy's made me. I hated Courtois for what he did. Yeah, I still hated him now. I think he's
worse than Courtois.
But he's overtaken Courtois for me now, and that's serious for me. Like what he's done is
he's the biggest rat of our football club in history, mate. He's the biggest rat.
So bad.
This guy is put. Johnny, what do you think of Ike Nori from Wolves as competition? Listen, He's played Premier League football. I don't really know much about him, but anyone who's Premier League proven that we can get on a good price to fill the positions, I'm happy with, because let's have it right. Chilwell and James are the number one players. Yeah, they're number one regardless. So if we got good quality in the squad, which we've lacked last season with Alonso and Aspie, and having to play Hudson-Odoi or Pulisic as wing back, it's just not going to cut it next season. It's going to be hard next season. You've got Haaland at Manchester City now. And I want to say this, yeah, absolute frauds that came at me on other streams, yeah, about how Haaland's not going to work at Manchester City and how Haaland would have been the same at Chelsea as Lukaku. You are brain dead, yeah, because this guy is going to get more chances at Manchester City, who play more possession football than we do, right? Yeah. Who create more, and he will score goals. If you put Haaland in Chelsea's team, I'll tell you for a fact, he would have scored double what Lukaku would have scored, yeah? And the team would have had harmony, and the players around each other would have been all on the same wavelength. Lukaku was an old dog that you cannot teach new tricks. That was him to a T. You can't mold him. It's like I say, it's like he's getting shit and trying to mold it into a golden statue. Ain't gonna happen, bruv. It's just impossible. He is what he is. He's just.
But then in that case, Johnny, he's an idiot, because he's the one that came out before while holding the shirt saying that he, in the 2 years that he was at Inter Milan, he learned all of the traits that were required to be an elite striker, and that's why he should be, entitled as one of the Lewandowskis and Benzema's of the world, because he's at that level now, and he can adapt his game to the way that the manager wants to play. Do you remember all that bollocks? There was a lot. People forget there was a lot he said. There was a lot he said that he could do. It's not like we're just picking on this guy. This guy fucking dug his own grave. I don't think people realize it.
Well, listen, he's got a track record of doing it. He's got baggage with him. But listen, I'm so glad Rock Nation is management. Anyone who says that Rock Nation wasn't with him, they're still with him, right?
Of course they are,
yeah. So I don't know where anyone got that nonsense from. All right, I'm glad they're out of our football club, because they're a disease, right? And Lukaku brought that into our football club. And if Roman stayed, this guy would still be at our football club, and that's the reality. That's the facts of the matter. He'd never have gone, right?
Do you know
Marina
wouldn't
have taken that loss. Neither would Roman, because they don't want to look stupid.
If Roman was still in charge, I'm going to say this: if Roman was still in charge, Marina would have still been here, right? If we would have gone in, say where we are now, if we would have gone into next season with them two still in, I love Roman, yeah. I reckon Thomas Tuchel would have got sacked next season. I've said this for a long time.
Yeah, 100%.
He would have got sacked because he would have been forced by Marina and the board to utilise this striker that doesn't want to be here. And number two, he doesn't fit, he's already said, that's why Todd Boehly backed him. Doesn't think he suits his system. He doesn't want him here. It doesn't work. Yeah. If that was Marina, they would have said, no, make it work. Yeah. And then he would have not made it work. And then at the end of it, it would have just caused so much problems in the dressing room. The manager would have had to have gone. We've seen it in the past.
It's not only that, Jem. It's what I was fighting with everyone throughout the season and trying to stress to everyone that when a player does that, what he did at your football club, right? It doesn't just, it's not about on the pitch. It's behind the scenes. The respect that he lost, proper Chelsea ballers like Reece James, Mason Mount, Trev Chalobah, players like Aspie, that have been at a club for a long time, they're not going to respect him, all right? And once you break that respect and that trust, which he did, especially with the gaffer, there ain't no way back.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that he was travelling on his own to games. He wasn't even on the coach.
I remember.
With the team.
That game.
Listen, what do people not understand with that? That there's no one wanted him there. He was trying to push a move for fucking months.
He tried to push a move when 2 days before we played Real Madrid, talking to Inzaghi on the phone on his birthday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Before a big fucking Champions League game. This guy's asking to be taken back before a big Champions League game. For Chelsea, he's saying, I don't want to be here.
And he'd done it before the FA Cup final as well. He went and came out, and the gaffer had to find out in his press conference about him wanting to meet Boehly and have a chat about his future. You
Yeah.
fucking arsehole, bruv. What are
fraud,
you?
mate. He's a
How
fraud.
disrespectful are you to our football club? You've already
He's a cunt.
disrespected us, and you're doing it again. And Thomas Tuchel's got to listen to that without knowing anything. Listen, rule number one in the hierarchy in football: who do you go to if you've got a problem and you're a player? You go to your manager first.
Yeah,
right?
facts, yeah.
And then if it can't be dealt from there, you go. And this is how it worked out for me, Jem. This is how I tried to explain to everyone, right? I'll land the minerals. He'd already spoken to Thomas Tuchel before the documentary, and that's a fact. And Tuchel landed the minerals and said to him, I ain't changing my way of playing. If you can't give me this, then you're going to have to do it, lump it or not, or you're not going to play. All right? And he's coming going, but I'm £100 million player. I'm the daddy. I'm as good as Lewandowski and Benzema, right? When you got cemented boots. Listen, Gaffer landed it, told him what the deal is, and he didn't like it. But what did he go and do? And what did Rock Nation and his management and his agent at the time advise him to do? We know Chelsea Football Club. We know how Roman Abramovich is. And player power, whether you like it or not, is the most powerful thing at our football club and has 100%. Been for years.
It has been, yeah.
So he took that into his own hands, set up all lovely-dovely, sitting there pretty in his, in his little, in his palace, yeah. How he does. I've got it here because it's just fucking, sitting there, bruv, yeah, like a lump of cement, bruv. It's just cement, man. Look at the stance. Who sits like that on a couch, bruv?
He's got our shirt in the back as well. Like, what are you doing? You're disrespecting our shirt. What are you doing?
Our club, and you got their Lukaku shirt like it's in your Hall of Fame, you mug. All right. So he's gone and done that, knowing it's going to go globally, bruv. It's not like a little underground thing. Oh, it's not going to get out. We're not. Listen, this was all planned. They wanted to push the agenda because Tuchel stuck to his guns. And whether Roman likes it or not, Tuchel, when it comes to playing on the setting the team up and having planning for each game, no one's going to mess with him now because he's the best at it.
Yeah.
And he knew that Lukaku wasn't the piece. This is why he's a board signing. All of this nonsense that Thomas Tuchel called Lukaku, he has to do it because those upstairs say we're going to sign him. Whether you like it or not, we're going to sign him. And can you work with him? And what's he going to say? No, I can't work with him.
He's not, is he?
Of course he's not.
Come on.
Exactly. Your manager at work says to you, I've got a new employee. Oh, but I don't like that employee. I don't want to work with that employee. Well, you're going to have to fucking jog on then. And I'll get someone else that does want to work with him because I like him and I've employed him and I'm your boss. That's how it goes. It's a board signing. Now, all the brown envelopes, listen, don't get me started on them, man. Don't get me started on them.
Save that for another stream, mate.
Yeah. So Johnny, Dembele, Rafinha up the middles. Listen, I'd like both of them. Let's have it right. I'd have both of them. Rafinha, he can play.
I like Rafinha.
Under Bielsa's system, he was very good, wasn't he? I mean, I know they struggled, but
my first choice is Dembele. That's who I actually want to come. But it looks like there's potential.
Grimes looks like she's in the mud, bruv. Like, let's have it right.
Yeah, Grimes looks like she's heavy
as well.
in the mud.
Up you, yeah.
She's
all blocking me, bruv. Yeah, she's in the mud at the minute.
She is, and look, Dembele apparently he's told Xavi he wants to stay. Xavi loves him, but Barca ain't offering money to him because of all the stuff they got going on. I don't know, that may change. If that is the case, and he does stay, surely we've got to look at Rafinha. Listen, this guy has come out and said that Chelsea is literally, if he's not going Barcelona, then he wants to go Chelsea. And this is after Arsenal have already bidded for him. He put Arsenal third. He didn't say I want Arsenal. He goes, I want Chelsea before I want Arsenal. This guy's got minerals, mate. I'm telling you.
What about what's the other guy? Jesus. That's gone a bit quiet, hasn't it? I said if Jesus goes to Arsenal, if he goes to Arsenal, let's have it right. It's not about ambition, yeah. It's about money. But if he comes to Chelsea, it's about ambition. And what does that say about a player like Jesus, who's played for Manchester City, who have been the best team in the country for the last 4 or 5 years with Liverpool? All right, they ain't won the Champions League though, have they? Right, but they've been in domestically in our league. They've been top
Dominant.
minerals. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So he's going to go from playing in a team like that to playing for Arsenal is such a step down, mate. That is a huge step down.
Apparently,
He's
he
better
likes the
playing La
project.
Liga.
Apparently, he likes the
project. What
yeah,
project?
yeah,
Under
yeah.
Super Mick Arteta, who bottled Champions League and let Spurs overtake your rivals.
Listen,
What a disgrace of a
they can
football
get
club.
Jesus, and we'll take Rafinha. I'll be happy with that anyway. So fuck it. Do you know what I mean? If we can't get Dembele, we're going to have to do that. Do you know what I mean? Well, and then supposedly we might be getting another striker if we don't. I mean, Sterling. I think Sterling's being bought to replace Lukaku. Not in the way of like goals. I just think he's being bought in as like an option to replace. Because what I think we're going to do, Johnny, I think we're going to start playing with inverted forwards. I don't think we're going to be looking at number 9s anymore.
Well,
I think he's going to be looking. No, he'll use Havertz as like but Havertz is not your typical number 9, is he? He's more of like he can do everything sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is like I reckon he's looking at the same idea as what Liverpool have done for many years, where you have them inverted forwards that are direct, like Mane, for example, that are quick. Sterling's. I don't look. I'm not a massive fan of Sterling's, but if it's for the right price, I would take him because he does score goals. His outputs are very good, and he's got 77 assists and 107 goals in the Premier League. Like he would do good at Chelsea, but we need more around him. We can't just get Sterling. We need more, you know. And that's the big question. Is Todd Boehly going to go out there and get 2 defenders and ultimately maybe maybe another 2 forwards? Because that's what he's going to have to do along with whatever else. It looks like we're getting that Klaus guy as well. So we could easily do about 5-6 new signings this year. And we're going to have to because Ziyech looks like he might be going as well. That's another thing, you know. So
he's got to go. He's not good enough, man. Listen, a lot of these Ziyech stands as well, or these fans of Ziyech. Listen, there's no disrespect to him. He's a good player. Like he's got talent. But that's not enough in this league. Talent alone is not enough. I don't think he's physically built for the league. I see him as a fucking sulker. He's always been close to Lukaku throughout this situation. I don't like that. I think it's a bit snaky. When he came off for the last game of the season, I was above in the East stand, and he left quite early. Left all the players, and he sort of did a little half-hearted clap and looked miserable. I think he's gone. I don't think the gaffer really fancies him. But who's
I just said
him,
it for a long time. He doesn't suit the Premier League. He can't take a player on. He isn't quick. He needs a lot of time on the ball to be effective. Yeah, and you don't get that in the Premier League. He has an odd good game here and there, and everyone gets excited. He does the odd good like cross or long pass that everyone gets excited on. This guy was bought to do it consistently and be the creator. He hasn't done it. He hasn't done it for the last 2 years. Like I don't think he suits it. I genuinely don't think he suits it.
Listen, I think he's gone. I think, listen, for me, there could be talk of Pulisic maybe going. I don't think Boehly will sell him. I don't think so. Listen, I think there's going to be a lot of twists and turns. I think things are going to heat up. For me, Koundé, we've got to get him in.
We've got to get
listen, I've got to stress to you, everyone, yeah, all right? News is going to keep changing. Stories are going up and down because this is where these brown envelopes, these vampires, feast on you lot for the clicks. Yeah, they need it. They need you as bloodsuckers, right? They need you to feast on it because they'll keep the stories going up and down, up and down, up and down, right? Oh, Koundé's going to go to Barcelona. Oh, no, Chelsea are trying. It's all part of the game. Sevilla also releasing information that suits them to get the best deal for them, right? That's inevitable, yeah? And then obviously with Dembele, listen, Grimes might not be in the mud. Like I think there's a lot of propaganda. There's a lot of propaganda not in her favour from other brown envelopes because they're all against each other. And they probably want Grimes to be in the mud, but in reality, she might actually get it right. And if she does get it right, players like guys like Matt Law and Liam Tannies and who else is there?
Well, you got Matt Laws, Liam Tannies, you've got
Jacob. Is it Jacobs? The other geezer, Jacobs. Yeah,
yeah.
They're very heavily sitting on the fence with it. They're not jumping in. Where she sort of dived in, going, "It's a done deal." And she did that with Mbappe, and she got mudded. But obviously, deals can change last minute. Don't get me wrong. But let's have it right. If you do give her props, and the deal goes through, give your fucking props to Minerals Mount and the baller that he is for all the hate he gets because he serves our football club. He's more important than these journalists that you all lick arse with. Yeah. So back your players more is what I'm saying. Yeah. Have that up there for your players and respect there for the brown envelopes, because they hate to get things wrong. That's why Matt Law today, Liam Taney came out today with these nonsense tweets, bangers and mash waffle. Yeah. They come out with that because they've been muddied. Like Tuchel, I respect Tuchel highly. Yeah. He is muddied with Boehly every brown envelope, literally. And they came at him, don't forget. They came at him throughout the season when all that was going on. So you have to respect that. So this guy's his facts, Johnny. Guys like Mason, Trev, and Reese are probably bigger fans of the club than we are. They must have lost all respect to Lukaku.
Yeah, of course they didn't want to play them, did they?
Absolute facts, mate.
I see. I remember going to a game at the Bridge, and Lukaku was trying to talk to Reece James and Mason Mount, and they just ignored him. There was no one listened to anything that came out of that guy's mouth, and you could just tell actions speak louder than words sometimes. Trust me, like you see it. Also, just real quickly, a little bit of news. So we've got a quote here on Jules Koundé, basically saying that he's reached an agreement with Chelsea before going on holiday. All roads lead the centre back to Stamford Bridge this summer. So the agreement supposedly is there. He's got a 5-year contract at Chelsea. The only thing that's holding it up and has held it up is just Sevilla. They can't Sevilla. You know that. Monchi, he's literally the man version of Marina. This guy wants an extra. So basically, where we are to what they want is about a 10 million difference in the release calls. Chelsea don't want to play the full release calls, and Monchi's holding out for the full release calls. So I reckon there might be a point where either Koundé pushes it and then we meet halfway. But ultimately, Koundé's already agreed a 5-year contract personally, and it's ready. He's just waiting for Sevilla to just hand him over now. So let's see.
Do you know what? Yeah, I don't doubt that. I think we will sign Koundé, and the reason I say that is we've been dealing with this exact deal for over a year now. He was upset. He wanted to go. You're going to expect Sevilla to bring up other clubs, them pushing it, using their brown envelopes to get the best deal for them. And where Chelsea, like I say, I think if Marina was really dealing with it, she'd go, we're not paying more than 40 million, right? Boehly might go in and go, look, they want 70 million. Let's try and do maybe 60, 62, and we'll do maybe we do 58 with an add-on or something like that, argument's sake. I think there'll be more leeway with Boehly. There is money there. I'll tell you this now, the biggest and most important start of our rebuild was selling that cement booted fraud.
Yeah, that's the big one.
That's the big one.
Do you know what? He done it. And you know what was so impressive about Boehly? Boehly single-handedly negotiated that for him to go, right? Do you know it took him under 3 to 4 days to get, once he took control of it, to actually get rid of Lukaku? That's pretty impressive when you think about how much needed to be agreed and how much we bought them for. And like, do you know what I mean? There was a lot to it, is what I'm saying, because we're obviously losing a massive arm and leg here because we're not basically making nothing pretty much out of this. 8 million euros is fuck all. So the fact that Boehly's managed to negotiate that and just get him off the books and not even look at the penny, just said, look, Thomas Tuchel, do you want him? No, I don't want him. Get him the fuck out of it. All right, cool. Let me go to Inter Milan. Couple days, he negotiated that. That is the first big sign of backing to a manager right there. Now we just got to see who comes through the door.
Listen, the most important thing. Listen, let's have it right. All these Twitter virgins and all these so-called fans were twerking and begging and on their knees when Roman and the Lukaku saga came out. They're begging to Roman and Marina, back Tommy T. Their manager needs to be backed. Everyone came at it, right? And then when things started to go a little bit, and Lukaku's like, they're all calling for Lukaku. He's not getting the best out of Lukaku. We need to play and blah, blah. And all the pressure came on Tuchel. Like, he ain't got enough fucking pressure on his shoulders. All right. Now it's come to the point where he's getting backed fully and people are moaning about it.
Yeah, because they've always got something to moan about, haven't they?
Yeah, but the thing is, that's the one thing you don't moan about. And I'll tell you why they moan about it. Is because if the gaffer wants Declan Rice, which he does, he wants him, whether you like it or not, whether you like Rice or not, he wants him. That's why we didn't sign your so-called Tchouaméni that you wanted, because he wanted to go Real Madrid. That's why we didn't sign Tchouaméni, yeah?
Well, we had an agreement
with want to play at Chelsea. I don't want players that are there for the ticket. You understand?
But we fucked up on that a little bit though, Johnny, because we had an agreement with Shoemany last year and we just sat on it. So again, that's a ball problem. Do you know what I mean? The fact that they just sat on that and then we get heavily sanctioned and then he changes his agent and whatever else. Like, I don't blame him. Look at Rudiger. Rudiger came out before he left and basically said, I was waiting. Nothing happened. Nothing was said. We had one discussion about my contract and that was it. Like, that's how bad our board was fucking doing bits. Do you know what I mean? We were so slow and proactive. Listen, we're 3 likes away from 100 likes, man. 97 likes. We should be able to get it. Yeah, so we can get this over 100 likes easily right now. Just hit that little thumb that's looking at you. Hit it now.
Listen, I'm sure there's some brown envelopes or haters in here as well. So big up to all of you lot. But all the people that are in here that are, proper Chelsea, love Chelsea, like my minerals, bruv. Then I tell you what, do subscribe and do like it. I mean, I guess it only helps the channel, doesn't it? So, it's a big thing for me. I think people don't understand. This is a big thing for me. I'm not really. I don't ever come on camera. I didn't come on camera for over a year, maybe all the last season. I think I showed myself once when we won the Champions League.
And then when you had an argument on
Lewis's once, and that was it. So for me, it's like obviously it's a big thing, but I'm gonna have fun with it. Everyone in it, I'll tell you, I promise you this, I'll have fun with it. If I'm at a game or I'm away and I've got time, and I'll do a live stream in the car. It don't bother me. Like, I'll do it for you lot.
We'll do our away day ones, yeah.
yeah, away day ones. Like, I'm not into the vlogging and all that. I don't.
I ain't got time for that. We'll leave that one to Lewis. That one, do you know what I mean? He likes to vlog. But yeah, look, we'll be doing a lot more away games next season anyway. 100%. That's one thing we'll be doing. We'll be traveling around. So you'll probably see a lot of us around doing a lot more videos, going up to wherever we're going across England. So make sure you guys subscribe, man.
Someone put Minerals FC YouTube. Yeah, it is my debut, mate. It is my debut. Someone else asked me about getting on Tony. I will get Tony on. Tony SW6. Tony is proper Chelsea. I love Tony. I will definitely get Tony on my show, 100%, and we will do some good stuff. Tony's proper Chelsea, mate. Like, he's real deal.
We made it to 100 likes, just to let you know. It's on the magic 100 now. So big up, everyone.
You, and thank you, Lukaku. Cheers.
Cheers, you rat. Thanks for getting out of my
rat.
You ruined
once a rat, always a rat.
Yeah,
once a rat, always a rat.
But I want to look forward because, listen, I've done a show today on Lukaku as well. It's the last show I'm ever talking at. I don't want to waste my energy on someone that doesn't deserve my energy, mate. This guy doesn't deserve my energy anymore. He's fucking... Everyone knows what he is. Yeah,
but there's people like Nini FC, that Wrongen, Daniel Childs, and there's other accounts I've seen that are still questioning Tuchel. They're still trying to add their 10 pence because they've been so wrong. They've been muddied. There are some
secret Tuchel haters, you know that. I've noticed, like, secret. They're waiting for him to fuck up. 100%.
Well, name me them. Tell me who they are, Jem. Who are they? Tell me. Go on, fuck it. You're on my show. I don't care.
All right, one of them's Potent. I don't know if you've seen Potent on Twitter. He absolutely despises. He's not a big. He goes on Con's Spaces a couple of times as well. He's not a big fan of him. I know Footy Hub's not a massive fan of him. You know what Footy Hub's like as well. Not anyone too like big, but it's just guys that are jumping on Spaces that I see a lot of the time. But yeah, these guys are all waiting for Tuchel to like fuck up basically. So they can get rid of him.
Let's have it right, Lee Bell. Let's have it right, mate.
Lee Bell. Big up to Lee Bell, man. I like Lee Bell.
Yeah, is he one of your followers?
Yeah. And to be fair, him, Dinishan, Dills, all of you guys are in there. Nice to see, man. Nice to see Chi. Big up to every single one of you.
Not subscribing. What's that all about, fella?
That's Dan, isn't it? What's Dan doing?
Is that Dan?
That's Dan. That's Dan in our group. That is Dan in our group. That's Dan. Let's have it right, Dan. Yeah.
Oh, Dan, let's have it right, bruv. I called you out, son. Yeah? I called you out. You ain't subscribing. Don't watch my shit then.
He doesn't like Mason Mount, does he? He doesn't like Mason Mount.
Yeah, he doesn't like Minerals Mount. Listen, Minerals Mount is my baller. Anyone who comes at Minerals Mount, I back that kid from day one. 100%. I back him. You know that. I was the only one that backed him after that Carabao Cup. Was it Carabao Cup or the FA Cup?
Yeah, you back him
Carabao
even
Cup
when
and the FA Cup. I
but
backed
you
him
back him
both
even when
times.
he's been shit. Let's be serious. Like he's had games
He's
where he's
not
been
shit.
shit. Like he's had moments.
He's not
So you
been
can,
shit.
yeah, but he has, and it's fine to have
No, he
that.
ain't,
He can
Jem.
have them games, Johnny. He can have them games.
Do you know what, Jem? Yeah, I'll tell you this. He doesn't drop under a 7 out of 10. Right?
He has.
He doesn't.
He has.
Even
He has
his worst game is a 6 at the worst, bruv. But him alone, his attitude, his work rate, the balance and the glue he gives to the team, that is always a 6, 7 out of 10, no matter what. The minimum.
I know I'm
At
actually
the
loving
minimum.
it. That's what makes me laugh. But
No,
he's
it's
had
not
games.
about love. It's about
He's had
respecting
games.
what he gives.
Yeah, no, he is, and he's a top player. But what I'm saying is, he has had games where he's ghosted. He has. It's not his
That's
fault.
my
It's just
boy, bruv. That's my baller, mate.
he's ghosted
That's
in
my
games.
baller.
He's missed big chances, especially in the final. He missed a very big chance. He has to take that one and go, I should be doing better. He knows
Yeah,
himself.
but
He
you
should
know
be
what,
doing better.
Jem? This is the thing, right? He missed that penalty, and everyone blamed him for the final. Yeah,
No, you
right?
can't
They
blame
blamed him for it.
him.
Yeah, all right. But what I want to say, yeah, is when players are down, I can hear an echo. Is that
Echo.
me? Yeah, I thought I heard an echo. When players are down and they feel shit. Listen, out of all the players, Mason Mount will be devastated with missing that penalty. Let's have it right.
He's got a Stone
He
Island
wants to
badge.
win. But what I'm saying to you is when the players going through a difficult moment, those are the moments where the fans have to be a fan. That's what you call a fan, and support your player and back your player,
Yeah, that's
because
fine,
he's got
but
a lot more to offer. Yeah.
no, I agree. You can never ever
Don't
scapegoat
come
your
and
players.
hate on him. But it's
You
all
can,
the
you could,
haters, bro.
yeah, but
They
there's
come- they
hate, and
come,
then
yeah. They come.
Johnny,
and they
there's
say
hate, and then there's
fucking-
criticizing. There's two things, you know. You
Yeah,
can
but
criticize
criticising
that.
what, man?
Yeah.
Anyone can miss a penalty. Our legend, our GOAT, John Terry missed most
No,
important
forget the penalty. What about the other final where he against Liverpool, where he had that fucking clear chance
I'll
in front of goal?
explain that then. I'll tell you.
Two of
He didn't
them.
play 3 games before that. He came back from an injury.
I know, but you can still say he should be doing
Yeah.
better.
So
in that
you've got to take
position,
that into
right?
consideration. Any other day, and he's banging those in. I'll tell you that now.
So
He's putting them away.
match sharpness is why he didn't score that tackle.
Yes. But let's have it right. No other player was in those positions to get those chances when he came off.
He was. Yeah, he was. To be fair,
So
but
you got to
the thing
respect
is,
that as well.
I have no problem with Mason Mount. I think he's a very good player. I just feel that he needs. I just feel that it's okay for him to need to improve sometimes because he's still very young and he's only gonna get better. The longer he's at Chelsea, the more game time playing with better players, he's only gonna get better. What he's done in this short space of time at Chelsea is ridiculous. The fact that we've relied on him for 2 seasons before this one that we've just come out of, he was one of the main people. When you think about it, carrying us. Do you know what I mean? Like he's
carried us for 3 seasons. He's carried us, man. What do you mean?
Well,
1 season? He carried us last season. He's carried us this season with our 29 goals and assists. He's our most important player. He's the glue of the team. When he doesn't play, we don't play the same. Tuchel plays him every game. Listen, let's have it right. If there was a problem with Mason Mount, right, and he wasn't performing, the gaffer won't play him. But do you know what? He's so important to how we play that he has to play him. And the other players, they moan and bitch and whatever because they keep getting dropped and rotated because they land in the minerals. They're not consistent like Mount. And Mount is our most consistent player, bro.
He's very overplayed though. That's the only thing I would say. Like he sometimes
no one's good enough. Like, listen. How can you drop your best player? And listen, you've brought in Kai Havertz, you got Pulisic, you got all these players, and Mason Mount's playing in your position.
True,
right?
but then if Mason Mount's not, if Mason Mount's not playing in the forward line, where else does he play? That's the problem.
Well, you're going to bring the Decker's Rice in. You play a midfield 3, and Mount plays the 8-10 role. That's the dream.
That's flipping to a 4, though, isn't it? So you go for a 4-3-3.
4-3-3. Yeah, obviously 4-3-3. Yeah. But I think that's the way Tuchel. I think Tuchel will go 4-2-2-2. Personally,
I think he's going to stick to the 3 next season. I think he wants that.
If he does with Declan Rice, it's going to work. But what I'm saying to you is Mount is too good. Listen, let's have it right, Jem. Last season, Mount was in that front 3 and he dropped into the middle to make it midfield 3, and he was flawless.
Yeah, that's what he does, doesn't
So
he? He always does that.
We've got to understand this season's been a write-off because of that cement-booted fraud, bruv. That lamppost has ruined everything.
Yeah, he wasn't. I would say his outputs are there, but I wouldn't say his overall performance was there. Not to the seasons before that I've seen him. That's my opinion. I think he had a bit of a what's he saying? Is Lewis back at the back?
Oh right, let's have it right.
He's gonna come here and start fucking slagging off someone, isn't he?
Listen, this is a special day. This is a special night tonight, bruv. Like this is my first stream. Do you know what I mean? This is my first stream. So Lewis, you better land your damn minerals, son. And you get out of line, you know how it goes. Yeah.
He's come to dig out.
Yes, guys. Johnny,
Yes,
it's about
Louis.
damn time you got this channel started up, man. Big up yourself.
Big up to you, Lewis, bruv. You've always kept telling me to do it, and one of my closest mates has been telling me to do it for a long time. And I've finally done it, geezer. It's weird though. I can't, it's a bit of
Yo,
You
you'll
get
get
used to it,
used to it, man.
You get used
You'll
to
get
it,
used to it. Trust me. What's the stream been about? I heard you lot talking about Rice, and I was about to leave, but what you
now we're
next
talking
there?
about
What
Mount,
you saying?
we're talking about Lukaku, talking about everything. Man. Lukaku, talk
Well,
about
I'm glad
Lukaku.
that
You know the guy
went
that you backed. The guy that you backed, Lukaku. Remember that? Lukaku.
Well, Lewis knows he's in the mud. Lewis knows he's in the mud. He knew he's in the mud. Like he's
Oh, come on,
admitted
man.
these
We
things.
don't have to do a 2v1 here. We're all friends. We're all buddies here, man.
Yeah. All of a sudden we're all mates now, and he wants to be all chill. But listen,
Yeah,
we're
come
in
on,
the
man.
muddy
We're all
waters now.
friends.
Come on.
But
He's in the
yeah,
mud.
fuck Lukaku, same ways, man. Better late than never, but yeah, the rat's gone. We can celebrate. Let's go.
yeah.
It's about
Yeah.
moving on and hopefully finding another number 9.
No, we won't get another number 9, mate. Don't be silly. It's not going to happen. Give up on the number 9s. Who want to say now?
I can dream about Lewandowski, but it's only a dream. I know that. It is what it is.
Listen, Lewandowski. Don't get me wrong. He's world class, isn't he? But
Baller, bruv.
we're not his first choice, and I don't like that. I think if you can get him, and he really does want to come, and Tuchel does want him. Obviously, he admires him. Then, we get him, and he will guarantee you like 25 goals, without a doubt.
He would have outscored Lukaku last season, hands down.
Oh, easy, bro. Yeah, but he's a different striker, man. He's a finished article of Kai Havertz. That's what he is. He's a finished article. He's
Who is?
Lewandowski, bro.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
Don't start Lewis off because he don't like Havertz. He wants him out of the club.
No, it's not he doesn't like him. I know Lewis is not saying he doesn't like him. He's saying that he's giving him next season because he doesn't feel that he's developed enough. And I understand that.
Yeah, I get that.
But at the same time,
it's as simple as that. I just want to see some improvement because I haven't seen any.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that as well.
And also, we all want to see, as Chelsea fans, the consistency, bruv, because that's what you need at this level. You need consistency. That's
if
how
you want
our
to do what's
legends
best for
became
him,
legends.
he has to go further back and we have to get a goal scorer. And that's why this is the biggest thing for me, even over creator, because if Dembele comes in, him and either Mount or Havertz should be our creators. And then it's all about getting a goal scorer.
Dembele's your creator. Dembele's your
No,
creator.
it should be either or. Like, Havertz is best known for being in a number 10 role and for his creativity in Germany. So put him back in that position because I don't think he has the ruthlessness to be a number 9 personally. And Mount isn't a number 9. Mount isn't even a 10 in all honesty. He's an 8, but he's been overperforming as a 10. So to me, we've got 2 players that were basically playing out of position.
Yeah, but you know what, Lewis? I'll say this. I think if you have a Dembele, Sterling, right, and you got Kai Havertz and Mason Mount is behind them, which will be the way to go if you get a Rice or a DM, yeah, where you can play that 3-man in the middle and Mount can drop in where that is his position where he can.
So you're thinking of switching to a back 4 then?
Yeah, yeah. I think automatically if you get a Rice or a DM, you go to a back 4. Yeah, I think you do. And also buying Koundé, a Koulibaly, De Ligt type player, or even a Laporta we've seen, they're all great signings to play back 4 or back 3 if we want. And don't forget Reece.
I know, but we're linked with so many people. I'm just thinking how many are actually realistic.
Well, you can't,
Like,
can't take
Sterling
it
is assessing his options, and from the looks of it, we're going to have to go toe-to-toe with his 300k a week wage, which I just don't really think is smart for us with our wage structure. Dembele wants to stay at Barcelona, but he wants a better contract, which they're not offering. So we have to play that by ear with him. De Ligt has a massive release clause that I don't think we're going to try and activate. Laporte might be a good shout, but I'd be surprised if we get him and Sterling in the same window from Man City. I don't think they'd want to strengthen us that much. Koulibaly looks kind of realistic, but we know their owner's a fucking dickhead, and we've had to deal with him for years trying to negotiate with him. So I don't really know what to expect, in all honesty. I really don't, but like, I'm not trying to act like, oh, we're not going to do anything in the window. I do think there will be movements. I'm just trying to play it by ear and see who actually comes in, but I don't think anyone's guaranteed.
I think what you got to do is, I think the ones that seem to be hot right now are Sterling, Richarlison, Koundé, Dembele. We know, but I'm noticing that these brown envelopes are sort of like trying to stay a little bit away from it and try not to commit too much to that one, because I think it is a case of Dembele still not maybe making his mind up on if he wants to come now. If he does come to Chelsea, I'll tell you this now, 100%, he will show me that he's prepared to test himself in the most difficult league in world football, the most intense and physical league, with his injury record. That alone, for me, shows minerals. And the fact that the gaffer does... I think the gaffer will get Dembele. I think we will get him. Because
I think Tuchel's the main reason for it.
Yeah.
Because we're higher up than PSG, and PSG have lowered their interest in him too. It's just a case of, will Barca give Dembele what he wants? And if not, then he's probably just going to come Chelsea.
It all falls down to Barcelona.
I know, but with that in mind, then we're not technically Dembele's first choice. We're his second choice. Barca's his first choice.
Yeah, well, yeah, because he wants to stay with... No, Xavi loves him. Xavi wants him there anyway. It's just that Barcelona are not willing to continue his wage, right? Because they want to buy people like Lewandowski. They've already bought your fucking Christensen, and they've bought other players.
Actually, he hasn't been officially signed yet. So.
Well, did you not hear the thing about Alonso? Did you not see the thing about Alonso? Apparently, it's become complicated. Imagine another year of Alonso if he doesn't go because of everything that's going on with Barcelona at the moment. Oh my God.
AC's still gone, but fucking Alonso.
Yeah, but you say we will not get we will get Dembele if Barca does not want him. Well, listen, from what we're hearing from the brown envelopes is that Xavi's called Dembele, saying that we want him. That we've heard that all this time that they don't want to sell him. You know, we've heard that all this time.
No, it's not even a case of not wanting to sell him, but they probably would sell him if they could because they'd get some monetary value from it. But it's because he's going to go on a free.
Yeah, but that's it. And then
you know what? They don't want to offer him like a massive. They don't want to offer him a massive wage, bruv. You know?
That's what it is. They want to save that money to utilize it for new players and contracts. It's a big. He's on. How much is he on? He's on something like fucking stupid out there, isn't he? He's on like 400 or saying odd K euros a week with them. He's
on big wages.
Big dough.
There's another one that would have to take a pay cut.
He has to take a pay cut. Yeah.
Do you know what? Don't think that Neymar ain't. I think Neymar's a possibility, bruv.
No.
I think Neymar's a possibility.
I don't think so.
Apparently Neymar, Ben Jacobs said today that if they do sell him, apparently Neymar thinking they're going back to Brazil. He's going back to Brazil.
So early in his career, man.
What he wants, apparently. That's what he's saying. He don't know whether he wants to challenge him. He's at 31. He's 31 years old.
Yes, young.
Is he that old?
Yeah, he's 31 years old.
He's not old, man.
I thought he was like 29 or something.
35.
He's 31.
No. I thought he was younger than that. I'm not saying he's washed.
He's not washed.
I'm not saying he's washed. I'm saying I thought he was old. I thought he was still younger than that. I thought he was like 29 or something.
There'll be another Lukaku thing. He'll come here and he'll fucking not like the league, and then it'll be a problem. He'll have a stupid wage, and we won't be able to get rid of him. I'm telling you now, it'll be the same thing with Neymar.
No,
I don't want that.
I want him. I'd love him. We haven't got anyone like him. Listen, Dembele might be that. Might be, but he's not a Neymar. I think he could. I think he's got talent. He's got. I mean, obviously, the gaffers said that Dembele has got best talent he's seen, like he said about Neymar. So, you know, if that's anything to go by, and I trust the gaffer, then I want Dembele. I really do want him. Sterling for me is not enough. Rafinha,
I just want anybody. I'm not
I'm
even
not
lying to
keen
you.
on
I
Sterling,
said
bruv.
I'd ship off our entire attack for complete new replacements if we could.
Mate,
Like,
we've
it's
got
not
2
career
weeks
mode.
for the pre-season.
No.
We've got 2 weeks for the
Listen.
pre-season.
Sterling, do you both want Sterling? Yeah.
My
I only
dream
want-
front three
I
would
only-
be Sterling, Lewandowski, Dembele.
I will only want Sterling if I get Dembele, and I'd only want Sterling if we get him for the right price. Like, I'm not paying those 60 mils, 50 mils. I wouldn't go any higher than 40. That's how much I would go for him. Like, we have to be smart. We have to be ultimately smart because we've got so many areas.
I
to
don't
sort
mind
out.
add-ons though.
Yeah, add-ons is cool. You can deal with add-ons because that only comes when like you've got certain targets. Like, I don't know, getting
Yeah, like
Champions
if he wins
League
us the
or-
Premier League,
Yeah,
so what if
exactly.
City get
Yeah.
10 mil? I don't care.
Exactly. So that don't bother me too much. But you can't if you get this thing with Rafinha for 60 million. I like Rafinha, but 60 million is ridiculous. Again, like get him if you can get him for under 40 million, like cool. If you can't get Dembele, get him, get Sterling, and whatever else.
For
I don't
Rafinha,
know.
I'm sure you just give a lead to an attacker or something. Sure they wouldn't mind. Maybe Ziyech or some shit.
Ziyech is leaving anyway. It looks like he's not even happy. Everton apparently want him. But what we're going to do with Everton?
Yeah,
Do you know
so
what's
to
going to
me,
happen?
2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah, but that's the problem, isn't it? Because this is why we're so hot on the Richarlison thing. Because I reckon Ziyech could go that way, and we could get a Richarlison out of it. That's why I think that might happen.
Listen,
if Ziyech doesn't
Richarlison
go.
could be a good option. Yes, Lewis. Yes, Geezer.
Yeah, it's easy to see.
I think Richarlison could be a good shot. I like his shithousery. I think he could fit in at Chelsea very, very well. But for me,
I don't know.
Sterling is questionable. He plays in a fantastic team at Manchester City. He's in a finished article team. They create a lot more chances, and he's going to have to take a step down, work harder than what he does already, and he's got to be more clinical than what he is at Manchester City. Let's have it right.
Sterling would be a lot more useful than
He'd still be
Richarlison.
one of our best finishers.
Yeah, he would be. He would be. Yeah, he would.
Listen, I've opened to the idea of him coming. I think I chatted to my old man about him, and he said he'd definitely take him. He thinks he's definitely better than Werner. He's better than
He's a finisher.
It's hard to say about Pulisic, but I think Pulisic still got potential. But for me, Sterling's got all the experience. You know, he knows what it takes to win titles. He knows when it gets tough. And he's been, listen, in the Euros, he was probably one of England's best players, wasn't he? You know, you got Harry Kane. He's a good player, but he's just a bit frustrating. He holds on to the ball so much sometimes.
I agree.
He needs to, you know, I think Tuchel might elevate him because Pep's a bit of a weird manager, bruv. He's a bit, listen, he could go and score a hat-trick or 2 goals and he'll bench you the next game. Whereas Tuchel doesn't do that. I think Tuchel,
The problem is,
he'll play you for you playing well in the last game, and he says you deserve to play, so therefore, you know, you score 2 goals, you play. Yeah.
You bring Raheem Sterling in with this crop of forwards that we've got at the moment. It doesn't work. That's why you need more. You can't just bring Raheem Sterling in and then that's it. Doesn't solve anything. I'm telling you now, we will not get anywhere with just Raheem Sterling leading the line, playing a false 9, which is what they'll probably do.
You need more. You need more than him. You need Dembele.
Yeah, that's what
I need a flair player. I need a flair player. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Look,
Dembele,
if he was on the market, we'd be over 100 million easy. Yeah, on the market with a 3-year contract, easy.
Can you imagine how quick our wings will be direct with Sterling and Dembele?
Yeah,
how
Sterling
quick
and
they'd be
Dembele.
like that. That'd be
Mason Mount behind, Havertz up top, moving around. Listen, Sterling can go into the false 9 position. Then Dembele can switch over. They can alternate within the games.
Dembele's both feet, you know.
Well.
He's got both feet. He can shoot with both his feet, left and right. He's strong on both. That is unique in a forward. I don't think there's many forwards that can do that. Like be able to dribble.
I think
both
he
feet.
elevates us to the next level, and I think Mason Mount will elevate those 2. I think he will bring them something different, and elevate Sterling and what's his name, Dembele. I think it'll take them to the next level. When you got a player like Mason Mount in your team, I'm telling you, mate, they ain't got. Listen, Barcelona, Xavi wants him. Yeah, wants Mason Mount, right? So imagine if Barcelona had him. Pep wants him. Klopp wants him. Ten Hag wants Mason Mount. Everyone wants Mason Mount, bruv. I don't think you understand, mate. The player we got is a generational player. He's got versatility. He's got everything's locker. He's performing at a high level at a young age in the most intense and demanding league, bruv. I mean, listen, when we add to him and we add to Kai Havertz, because for me, Kai Havertz and Mason Mount are the future of our attack. You know, they're the ones you build around. Yeah. And so for me, if you get a Dembele and Sterling, that's good. I'm happy with that. Rafinha's a decent player. He's a decent player. He's had a season under his belt with Premier League now. It's only one season.
2 seasons.
Has he had 2 seasons? So he had a full season under Bielsa, did he?
Yeah. He was here during the lockdown season, wasn't he?
Was he? Bloody hell.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'd take him, but they want stupid money.
Yeah, you have to get in front of 40 again. Yeah, you'd need to.
Yeah, there's no chance, though. He's too valuable to Leeds.
Yeah, but just give him blimmin' Ross Barkley or something. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh, and these lot have standards. They might be scummy as hell, but they got standards.
Who do we need to get rid of? Someone we can get rid of.
Half the squad. Probably like 3/4 of the squad, in all honesty.
In what positions? What positions?
If you're going to bring Rafinha in.
You go.
No, go on.
I was going to say we need reinforcements basically everywhere.
Everywhere. I agree. 100%. This is why I keep saying, Lewis, we have to have a smart window. There's no point of going out and buying 60, 70 million forwards and defenders, 3 or 4 of them, and smashing your budget. You know, they're talking about...
We also need the standards to be questioned as well, because we ain't contending for the league title this season.
No. But people need to do so anyway.
People need to be okay with it.
But this talks about getting that Klaus guy from...
but he loves Chelsea. That's his dream club. He's apparently.
Yeah, what I'm saying is he's 10 million. That's fine. That's smart. That's what I'm saying. You're covering an area. Like, do more of them. You don't have to just keep getting 60. It's like be smart.
Do you know what I say to you lot? Yeah, I like the deals where they're players that are not massive names, and you get a good price, but they've either got a bit of potential or a bit of experience, but they're not at the end of their career. You know, someone like that who can come in and Tuchel can mould and still develop. I'm done with these finished article players that, you know, if they don't suit the system, you're not going to look at them. But I like the fact that Tuchel's, like Boehly's only going to look at players that fit Tuchel's profile. And it's just the most important thing. You know, it could be not a great player, it could be a good player, but Tuchel might elevate him to be a great player at Chelsea, you know, just by him coaching him and training him and developing him in the system. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'd say. Where is it?
Johnny, I'm going to shoot, mate. I've got to shoot anyway.
Yeah, no worries. No worries, guys.
Take care.
Man, make sure you smash the like button for him. Over 110 likes, though, isn't it? Keep smashing them likes for him, and we'll see more of Johnny, I'm sure. So we'll see you in a bit.
Yeah. Big up, Jim. Nice one.
See you later, guys. Take care. See you later, Lewis. See you later.
Bless, bro. Love.
Bye. Crusty shit. Bye.
Yeah, duck out of here, bro. Dickhead.
Listen, bruv. Johnny waffle a lot of bollocks. Do you know what? If you don't like it, then jog on. I couldn't give a toss, mate. I don't even know why you're watching them.
Don't fall for the nibbles, bro.
The nibbles,
they always
bro.
Come round.
I just got to do it, mate. I can't deal with it, bro. But what are you saying, bruv? Have you seen all those Matt Law and Liam Towney tweets? Disgraceful today. Absolutely disgraceful.
What tweets?
I'll show you them, mate. I'll show you them.
Yeah, let's have a look.
All right, this is Towney's one. Hold on, let me take the comment off.
If you watch that run, you'd know they won the Champions League despite not having a single consistent source. What does he mean? Oh, despite not having a single consistent source of goals and creation.
Yeah. So he's trying to diss Tuchel's run in the Champions League when, listen, we were creating...
Is that a diss?
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is.
No, he's saying like no one was really consistently chipping in with goals and assists. And yeah, it's kind of correct. I mean, the most was Mount, but other than that,
what and
Werner just had the
Werner. Listen, they might not.
Havertz only scored in the final. Am I correct?
Yeah, and Pulisic.
That's not consistent. Werner only scored
in the semis.
Yeah, Pulisic in the semis. It was Mount.
But Havertz didn't play as many games.
I know, but again, like it's not wrong. There wasn't a consistent source.
No, but he's trying to prop Lukaku, bro. He's trying. This is what I'm trying to say. He's trying to prop Lukaku, bro.
How's Lukaku get into that one?
I can't remember the tweet that was above, but he was trying to basically say like they needed Lukaku. In other words, yeah, that's what he's trying to say.
Because I was going to say, like, if I look at the whole Champions League run, I couldn't really look at anyone and say you are the sole reason why we won the Champions League. No, it was a team effort.
No, it's a team effort, but you got to look at key players. Kante, Mason Mount were key. I think
actually, you can't take away Kante's influence. Jorginho as well.
Georgie was class as well,
obviously.
Yeah,
Kante, Jorginho, Mount.
They were the key, bruv. And obviously Rudy was
James. There's a few, especially defensively, but that's
they
where
weren't
we were
as
at our
important
strongest for the Champions League run. It wasn't offensively, it was defensively.
Both. I think it's both. Because
definitely not offensively.
When you look at us in where we were solid defensively, don't get me wrong, but that was because of the work rate from the front line as well. You know, the Mount, Havertz, Pulisic's, the Werners, the work rate was incredible, bruv. And that's what allowed us
in terms of pressing and tracking back, but it was mainly mainly because of how good we were at the back, like just how we played through the back five, the defense, the interceptions and the tackles from midfield, the pressing from the front as well. All does play a part, but it was our defensive system and our defensive strategy that took us further than what we did going forward, personally. So that's why I kind of understand it, because it still wasn't really the attack. It was how good we were in defense. That was the main reason for it. That's why we have statistically the best defense in Champions League history. No other Champions League winning team conceded less than we did.
Yeah, we did. We didn't concede, but at the same time, we did create chances. Maybe we didn't take as many. We did,
but it wasn't great. Like the Champions League final, for example. Havertz should have 3 assists on top of the goal, but Werner missed 2, Pulisic missed 1. The semi-final against Madrid, Havertz missed about 3 big chances in the second half. He should have piped them about 5-0 in all honesty. Porto, to be honest, were very tough in the first leg. Second leg, they didn't offer too much. And Atletico were just shit in all honesty. Both legs, we absolutely battered them. The only excuse is they had a bunch of players out for the first leg with COVID. But it was mainly our defence. And our defensive strategy.
I would say this: the way we played as a team, and the way we were was why we won the Champions League, right? The way we played as a team and a squad, and every player was involved, was the spirit, everyone behind, the belief that was there, the right timings in moments in the game where we took advantage. That's all key. But for me, you put Lukaku in that team last season, we ain't winning the Champions League, bruv. So I don't know what Liam Taney's on about, mate. Bringing in Lukaku.
What was the previous
consistency in scoring goals and attack? It's bang as a mesh waffle. Nonsense.
What was the previous tweet like? What was the context for that?
Oh, I can't remember because I just screenshotted it to put on here, but I'll try and find it. There's this one as well, Matt Law. Having a little dig.
As good as Tuchel has been, Lukaku's return to Inter absolutely puts pressure on him. He has to take some responsibility, and he absolutely has to make sure Chelsea get the right man and men to replace him and make sure that they perform. There can be no excuse on that front. I don't agree with the first part because it's clear that because Marina and Bruce Buck had left and Lukaku left a day after, that it was a board signing, so it doesn't really put pressure on him. I said the worst Tuchel did was...
Thank you, bruv. Thank you, mate.
Wait, keep up, because I can slightly agree that we could have accommodated Lukaku, we could have, but
there's no reason to defend him anymore because he's had his head checked out since January. So it's a moot point. It doesn't mean shit anymore. On the other stuff, like, I do agree we have to replace him correctly. Like, we can't go into next season without a goal scorer. I hate the fact that I have to say it. He was still our best finisher. He was still our top goal scorer, which says a lot about the attackers that we still have. How are you letting a man that's mentally checked out for half the year still be our top goal scorer? That is an embarrassment. So we do have to replace him correctly. That I agree with. The first part, though, Tuchel should not take any blame for this situation because it's clear Lukaku didn't want to improve and he didn't want to get better.
I'm sorry. He's fucking talking shit there. And he has to own up to that. And that's like an opinion tweet as well. Nonsense talker.
But like, this mostly is opinion based. I just don't think Tuchel should take the blame anymore. That question and answer thing about why Lukaku worked or didn't, he's gone now. Move on. It is what it is. Don't care about it. The guy came, didn't want to be here, and he fucked off. Just leave it at that.
What's this guy put here? Let me get it up. Guys, I saw a long interview with Lewandowski. As I'm Polish, he's really disappointed with Bayern, does not want to play there anymore because he lost trust to the board for going for Haaland. Yeah, I heard that. And do you know what? I think Lukaku knew that Thomas Tuchel's top target was Haaland, and he didn't like it. And that can happen. And this is what I'm saying. Players are human beings. Like, they do have emotions and feelings. They do have pride. They get a chip on their shoulder, and it can affect things 100%.
I don't really rate that. I'll be real. Like, between that and the stuff that I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw Lewandowski's old agent say he was basically scared of the Premier League.
Yeah, I heard
if both of those stuffs are true, bit of a red flag. Like, let's be real. You're 34 years old. You're 34 years old. I want him because I want a goal scorer. Like, I think we need a consistent goal scorer in the league, or we're not really going anywhere. If anything, we might go backwards. But if he's getting pissy because Bayern are looking to the future at 34 years of age, and they're not even saying your position's in doubt, like, that's a bit questionable. Like, if Haaland's coming in, embrace the challenge. Unless you think he's better than you, which in that case says a lot about your self-belief.
I think he's gone.
And then it makes the other quote a bit more believable. What were you saying?
He's gone. I think Lewandowski's gone. I think he's
100%. And I'd still take him at Chelsea, but I'm not liking what I'm hearing. I'll be real about it.
No, if you don't think you can, like, I don't think he's got the desire to test himself, and I think he's a bit scared of the Premier League. He's seen strikers go there and fail. He's probably looked at Lukaku go there and absolutely fucking fail miserably, yeah, and be a flop. And I don't think he wants to end his legacy as a striker like that after being so close to winning Ballon d'Or in a Bundesliga league. Him going to La Liga, slower league, it's a slower league than Bundesliga, and it's a slower league than Premier League. So it does suit him. It does suit him at his age. But for me, if you can get him, bruv, he'd be a great signing. I mean, he'd bag you goals.
That'd be a massive turnaround for us.
Yeah.
Like, to me, like, if you think you're the best striker in the world, put that number 9 shirt on, because the list of players that have put it on and flopped is massive, and it's full of good names as well. So if you can come and turn that round and break the curse, take a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. We've had Jimmy Floyd, mate. Do you know what I mean? We've had Jimmy Floyd, bro.
Oh yeah. Like, the curse don't go down that way. Ever since Boehly's joined.
Yeah. Why did they give him the number 9, mate?
But before that, Crespo, Hasselbank, Vialli,
ballers, man.
We did all right,
Ballers, bro. Real ballers. All right, this guy, Bright guy, Middles FC. Mount as that extra something. His father attributes it to Mason's grandfather being a boxer. The kid is a fighter, and you could 100%. Like, his granddad had the fighting mentality. He was a boxer. Mace boxes. That's how we got stockier last season. If you look at him, the start season to midway to the end of the season, obviously I'd said about his neck and all that, innit?
Yeah, I was about to bring that up.
Yeah,
I was going to let you drop that.
That was a great stream, wasn't it?
That was fucking mental.
That was a great stream. But he's definitely got the minerals. That's what I call the minerals. He's got them. He is the minerals. He's Minerals FC. That's where minerals come from. Is Minerals Mount? Is Mason Mount? He is that.
He's a baller, absolute baller. But
absolute
like I do say, with all of our attackers, there is still a lot of work that needs to be done. But
he's only going to get better,
he's on the right
isn't he?
trajectory. Yeah, he's on the right trajectory.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say he's the finished product. I'm not going to treat him like he's the finished product yet.
No, he's not. But he don't. I'll tell you this: you lot all had tried to have a nibble on your Agenda FC when I said about I'd have him over Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne in my team.
Yeah, well, that's still mad. That's still mad.
Listen, in terms of
he said he'd get into Bayern's team.
Yeah, I don't care who they got. He gets in the team, bruv. It doesn't matter what players they got, bruv. Listen, let's have it right, Lewis. Yeah, there ain't no Mason Mount in world football, and he's already achieved more than Bernardo Silva and fucking Kevin De Bruyne have at his age. He's already got higher chance creation playing in a lesser side, a side with a lot of issues and deficiencies and problems. He's a higher chance creator than KDB and Bernardo Silva. So
from open play, or is it from open play?
It doesn't matter. It's open play and set play, wherever it is. But Kevin De Bruyne
matters a bit because you can stat pad a lot of that through crosses.
Set pieces. Kevin De Bruyne takes all their
set
pieces.
Is it just him or is it just rotation?
What do you mean?
Like, because majority of ours is Mason Mount. You'll see the odd one get taken by like maybe Reece James or Alonso, but it's mostly Mason Mount that takes all the corners.
Like that with KDB
from City. I don't know. I don't really follow them like that, so I can't.
Oh, whenever I watch free kicks or corners, it's always KDB, mate. He's their best set piece taker by far. He's better than Mahrez. He's better than Bernardo Silva. He's better than Sterling. Who else have they got? Grealish, potentially, but he didn't play as much. He hardly played this season. So I know.
Yeah, he's still integrating into that system.
Yeah, and he'll be good next season. Listen, do you remember when I came on your stream? Was it last? Not the season just gone, the season before. And I said to you, I'd rather sign Grealish and Danny Ings, and everyone fucking had a kitten. Do you remember that?
Did they?
Yeah.
I must have been on your side of that one because Grealish would have been a great replacement. I would have loved having him.
I'd rather have him. If I don't get Haaland, I said, if I don't get Haaland, I'd rather get a Grealish than Danny Ings, bruv. Yeah? And then we ended up getting that cement-booted fraud, mate. You know what I mean? What a rat, bruv. What a rat.
But hey, like I still say Haaland wouldn't have been the long-term answer for us because he was just going to go Madrid. And that's still the case with Man City. Like, I think Madrid are already going to activate his get-out clause in 2 years.
Yeah,
I don't really like the sound
of. Listen.
I'm done with us being a stepping stone. Right now, we're just Real Madrid's fucking development squad.
Yeah, but you know what? I want to say this, yeah. I'm never really bothered about Manchester City winning, right? It doesn't really bother me like it does when Liverpool or Arsenal, Spurs, or Man United win, because of our history, yeah? Mm-hmm. Those teams bother me, especially Liverpool right now.
We lost 6-0 to City, and I was like, thank God it was City and not anyone else.
Yeah, because but it's come to a point now. It's come to a point where I'm getting pissed off. And it's time now for us. Now we're going to back Tommy T. That we actually take away that little dominance period, because let's have it right. I'm not happy them winning now. That's it for me. I've drawn the line now. I'm going to put them in that I hate it when you win mentality. And I think they've got away with it because they're Manchester City, because they've got no history. They're like a small club.
Yeah, they're creeping up on Man U, and no one's even noticing it because no one really cares about City like that.
They care when it gets to a point, and I'm saying I'm already at that point. People are not at that point yet, but I am. And I'm just letting everyone know, and everyone listening, I think we need to create a little bit more rivalry with them lot. And obviously we have.
Oh, that rivalry is growing. With the Champions League final, it's only going to keep growing.
Yeah, we killed them in that. And that, listen, for me, listen, do you remember? No one thought we were going to go and beat City, mate. No one.
Everyone was like, we beat Guardiola twice, he'll be ready in the third game.
Yeah. And we beat them 3 games in a row. And Pep got lucky this year. We didn't have Mason Mount play either of the games. We had Reece James out for half of the first game. And then the second game he didn't play. We had Chilwell out. We played that away game was an absolute shambles of counter-attacking football. We had Lukaku, Ziyech and Pulisic, and then Cho came on. Never played Havertz. We never played our best players. We didn't have. I don't think we had Kovacic in the first game. I don't think we had him in the second game. So you know,
no, we did. We had no Jorginho the second game.
No Georgie, that's right. And this is my thing. When we played them at the Etihad last year, we had Billy Gilmore running rings around them, bruv. All right? We need to get Billy Esther Goatmore back in this squad, all right? And ease him in and let Tommy T just train him up, yeah? Let him train with all the top ballers, yeah? And train him in and integrate him in nicely into the right games, because he's a big player for us, yeah? And I'll tell you what, he's exactly what we haven't got. Even if we get a DM, we still need a player like Gilmore. And I think, I hate to say it, Lewis, but I think Georgie might go, you know.
I don't even think so. I used to. Like, I was kind of accepting the point that Jorginho was going to leave, but now I'm not so sure. Chelsea look more likely like they're going to re-sign him. I've already said with the World Cup, it makes perfect sense to keep him for another year, because he's going to have a month off during that, which I think will be very vital for us. But have to play it by ear. I personally think Kante's more likely to leave out the two. And I actually think it would be better for us. I think it's the right time for us to cut ties and just let him go off into the sunset, because he's on a clear decline. Whereas Jorginho, personally, I think it was more him being overplayed. Like, Kante has got to a point where his style of play will always cause more injuries for him, and it isn't going to look pretty with him when he declines. Jorginho can play at that level. His style of play won't decline with age. And even if he is overplayed, he just needs a little bit of rest, and then he can get back into the swing of things. With N'Golo Kante, he always plays intense. Always does.
Listen, if
when you're that injury prone, and when you're on a decline like N'Golo Kante is, it's not going to be pretty if you keep relying on him consistently. So for me, it's a rotation role for Kante with his next contract, or respectfully, let him go. Let him go to another club.
For me, whoever you get, it don't bother me, bruv. Whoever, it don't bother me. Whoever you get rid of, I'm happy. I'm happy to stick this boy in, mate.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, bruv. I'd rather have the Billy Goatmore, bruv, and let him educate people in our Premier League what it's like. You know what I'm saying, bruv? Yeah.
That is a mad edit, but fairs.
Big up Wheezy. I think Wheezy sent that to me.
Wheezy makes so many edits, you know.
Wheezy's my guy, mate.
I thought that was one of your burners, to be honest. I can't lie.
Wheezy's. No. Someone else has made Get the Minerals in as well. Another account.
Yeah, I thought they were all yours. Get the Minerals in, MM19 Hive.
No. Mine is only Minerals FC, mate. And I got my backup, Minerals FC 19. That's it. And I've got the MM Hive as well, MM19 Hive. Anyone who's not following the MM19
Oh, that
Hive,
one's yours. All right, Faz.
Yeah, that's mine. Yeah, that's mine. Because, you know, we want the proper Chelsea in there. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, get this off.
Yeah. First in everything, blocks, interceptions.
He ain't coming, my guy. Please don't make this any more painful.
Absolute minerals, bruv. He's got the minerals.
The mineral deficiency, bruv.
And no, there's no mineral deficiency, mate.
Major mineral deficiency. You can see it in his eyes, man. He's starving.
Who mentioned about Kevin De Bruyne, bruv? Look at him, bruv. Look at this guy, bruv. Generational, my ass. Generational, my ass. Minerals Mount is generational, bruv.
You can see the tears in his eyes.
These are the boys. These are the minerals, mate. Love that.
I will
Kevin De
reserve
Bruyne
all
ain't got that,
judgments
has he?
until I see generational form.
Oh, come on, mate. Come on, mate. Listen, these
Bro,
are all the
you
Lukaku
already know what
fans.
you already know what I'm
Lewis,
feeling
this
like
was
with
you,
them
bruv.
two.
This was you, geezer. Lukaku, mate.
That's me when DiMarzio dropped that fucking article saying he's been in Inter's DMs for the last 6 months. Fuck it. I was so ready to do the fucking R9 remontada season and shit like that.
Oh, mate.
All for him to dunk on my head like this, man. Smack me in the steel chair like his name was Seth
this
Rollins.
for me, bruv. All the Lukaku stands. This is all the Nini FCs, the fucking Daniel Childs, all the dick riders that are relentless for Lukaku. This is all the Matt Laws, all the brown envelopes. This is you lot right now. This is what Todd Boehly and Thomas Tuchel have done to you. Look at the state of you. Look at the state of you. You know? Look at the state of you, bruv.
A long night, man. You know what the deepest thing is? We actually need to hope Lukaku does well at Inter or he's going to be back here next year.
Oh, listen. My kid, bruv. Look at my kid, mate. Look at my
Wheezy, bro. Rest.
Wheezy's my guy,
Fucking
man.
hell.
Look. Stocking up, man. Stocking up.
Who's
mate.
that?
That's Liam Turney, bruv.
Oh
That's
my
Liam Turney.
gosh.
Oh, this is my goat. Like this is one of my favourite ones ever, man. This one. I think Chloe made. Shout out to Chloe. Chloe made that one.
Yeah, I swear AC was meant to be in this.
Oh no. That's this one. I don't know
There
where
we
he is.
go.
Yeah. That's a
There, wherever
baller
it
one.
is.
Do you like the coach, the Minerals FC coach? The touch on that, bruv.
Let's go.
Let's have it
No
right.
rhinos allowed.
No. Listen, I've been disrespectful to rhinos, Lewis, bruv. I've been disrespectful to rhinos, bruv. Rhinos are quick, agile, strong. Yeah, definitely not what Lukaku is. So I'll take that back.
No, Lukaku type of players and rhinos are the same thing. Endangered. It's just one
I'll
of
put
them
him
we'd
more
rather
as,
see stay alive.
I'll just put him as a lamppost. I think that's the best thing to describe him because he just does not move, bruv. He don't move. You know, he don't move.
Fucking statue, bruv.
Yeah, he's a statue.
Our season.
He's a statue.
Keep saying that. At least don't have to argue about what the worst signing is in Chelsea history. Have you seen our top 10 most expensive signings? Even 15. It's embarrassing, man.
Yeah.
Fucking only Jorginho and Kovacic are the only value for money transfers we've had at that range. Everything else is a flop. It's a joke.
Listen, I've got some joke ones, man. Honestly, I really have. There's some great ones in here. There's some great ones. I mean, this is one of my favourites, Lewis. That is, you know, that's just got all the.
As whispering, hold that into Foden's ear. So mad.
Yeah. Listen. You ain't got the minerals, kid. All right. You ain't got the minerals like me because I am minerals. Yeah. But this
singing Champions of Europe in his ear. So mad.
You seen this one, Lewis? This is my favourite.
Fucking hell. That was a Oh, that's from the Plymouth game, innit? That got pocketed by League One defenders.
What?
I'm surprised Tuchel even gave him a chance after that.
What a joke of a player, man. What a joke.
Actually, to be honest, our entire attack got pocketed by those players. So I can't even say anything.
You know what?
Plymouth game might be the most embarrassing one of the season.
I'd say this, Lewis. Yeah, let's have it right. Lukaku's only press, and the only press was his press to move to Inter Milan, back to Inter Milan, bruv. That is it, mate. There was nothing. At least he
pressed when it mattered the most.
Wow.
Get his ass out the club.
Yeah. It mattered the most. It does. It matters to me. Do you know what? I couldn't bear another season watching that fraud up front.
Yes, same for Lukaku, but same for so many players, to be honest.
Yeah, but I know they're younger.
I'll be real. I don't think I've been so disillusioned with the Chelsea side since 17-18. So I'm in the same vibe where it's just like, get like 70% of them gone and move on.
I just don't. I don't think that
The bigger question to me is who stays. Like
he's not
right
got
now,
potential.
Thiago Silva, Jorginho, Kovacic, Mount, James. Those are the only players who I 100% want to stay. The rest, if a bid comes for them, there you go.
Well,
That's the way
apparently,
I do that personally.
someone said that he was in tears. He was in tears when he signed back to Inter Milan. What a
Alright,
rat.
good for him. Do you know how many fucking transitional plays and shots that I've been in tears about afterwards? I've been crying so much this season. I can't even cry anymore. So good for him, man.
How are we tapped,
For him,
man? How are we tapped? Do you
I think
know
he means
who I
that in a
am?
good way. I think he means that in a good way.
You reckon?
Yeah. That's why there's the laugh emojis afterwards.
All right. Well, we're far from tapped. I'll tell you that now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he means
about-
funny tapped.
I don't know about Lewis. Lewis might be tapped up, but I'm not.
Oh, yeah. I'm a little bit psycho, but it's cool. Chelsea tax. Blame it on the attack.
Yeah. Blame it. It's not
I've
just
got to
the-
watch Timo Werner try and shoot for 2 years. Like anyone will be tapped.
Nah. Listen, my gaffer, mate. Our gaffer, he's the minerals, mate. I'm telling you. Don't ever doubt.
Yeah, man managed to get third with this shower of shit.
Don't doubt our gaffer, mate. Our gaffer is
Anyone
the
who tells me Tuchel ain't top 3 managers in the world is delusional. I don't care if he didn't win anything.
Even
big.
Lamps,
Look
man.
at the shit that he's been surrounded by.
Even
Yeah,
Lamps
and big up Lampard as well.
Big
Because
up
he
Tuchel.
fucking maneuvered us through the transfer ban. Even though I say the transfer ban did more damage to us than we've even really expected. And it's not in terms of like form or anything like that. It's more expectation. Because I feel we had to rely on Cobham for 1 year, and now half this fan base just milks any academy graduate and just says, they're going to be the next big thing or something like that. It's like, no, let them go out, let them get experience, let them actually show that they're at that potential, and then hype them. Right now, we hype up a bunch of fucking teenagers like they're going to be the next Lionel Messi, and 9 times out of 10, we're settling ourselves down to be disappointed.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. Listen.
We're seeing Harvey Vale hives and shit like that.
Well, listen. What people have to understand, all right, is that we're very fortunate to bring through players from Cobham, players like Mount, Reece James, Trev, Cho. But you have to understand one thing: they're not all that level. Yeah, not everyone is a Mason Mount, a John Terry, and a Reece James level. You know. That's why they're special players. That's why they're playing at Chelsea Football Club. That's why Thomas Tuchel plays them every game and sees them as their most important players. But not every Cobham player is going to be like that. I love Cobham. Yeah, you know me, Lewis. I back all the youth. I love the youth. I want to see the youth. Players like Gilmore for me are a special player. I put Gilmore in that bracket. I put Gilmore higher than Gallagher. Yeah, for me, Gilmore is a higher level than Gallagher. All right. And Gilmore is younger than Gallagher. Gallagher is only just about not even a year younger than Mount. I think he's probably like 6 months younger or 7 months younger than Mount. Yeah, you know, and I think it's a big jump for him to step up to go to play for Chelsea from Crystal Palace. We have to see if he's got the mineral. But for me, Mount is an exceptional player, and that's why he's in this team. Not everyone is like that, and not everyone gets the timing as well. You know, it's not always going to be spot on timing wise. You're going to struggle. You're going to have moments where you can't, you know, it's just the wrong timing. Like Abrosia, it just might be that wrong timing. You know, he needs development, but he's had a taste of playing every game for Southampton, and he's going to come to Chelsea and sit on the bench. He's not going to want to do that because he's had a taste playing regular football.
We shouldn't be selling him to West Ham, though. I think that's stupid. He needs to be our number 2.
I agree, but he doesn't want that. He doesn't want that.
It's not that he doesn't want it.
It's like a Livramento situation.
No, because I don't think he would mind coming in as a number 2. I just think if we got another striker in, then maybe he's going to be questioning his position. Because I think as a number 2, he will definitely get minutes. Between him, Havertz and Werner, there is no way he's not going to get game time because neither of them are consistent up front. So to me, Broja should stay in that case because as a number 2, there is no way you will not get a consistent run in this side. I don't care how inexperienced you are. Like, this team made me basically rip my hair out last season. He will get game time. But if we bring in a striker, that's where it's a bit sticky for him. So I think it's a matter of time with him. He needs to see how Tuchel views him after pre-season too.
And I have said
Like-
this, like Tuchel is going to assess everyone, and I think you've got to wait. You got to wait at the minute to see what he thinks, who's got the minerals and who ain't, and who's ready, and what's their desire. Are they happy to fight and work hard to try and get in a team, or are they so used to playing first team football in the Premier League at a good level? Do they want to go and take their career?
No, but here's the thing: they're not used to it. That's Broja's first season playing at the highest level for a full season.
Well.
Same thing with Gallagher. That's why I think it'd be good for them to come in as well. They weren't used to it, and it beds them in a little bit more too.
Yeah.
Right, Johnny, I do need to dip anyway because I got to head back home. But it's good top on the first stream, my guy. Take care of yourself, all right?
Yeah, big up, Lewis. Thanks
big
for
up
coming
every
on.
time,
I
my
turned
G.
you on
Love.
my first stream, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Come on, man. I'd be annoyed if I didn't get an invite. But yeah, big up anyway. My guy every time. Love.
Big
like
up,
and
Lewis.
subscribe. All of that you already know. Peace.
Well, there you have it. I've had Lewis on. I've had Jem on. Big love to them too. I'm going to get a lot more people on. I'll try and get some really cool guests on to my show and that. And I'll see, listen, follow me on Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter, more than on Instagram. Well, I'm active on both really, but Instagram's more when I'm at games or out and about or I've got any videos. But for me, get in touch on Twitter, tweet it out, whatever, follow me and all that jazz. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed on my channel, because obviously it helps me grow. And if it does, it does. If it doesn't, I'm still going to do it regardless. Do you know what I mean? Because I enjoy it. I love talking about my Chelsea. It's what it's about. And obviously I'll back all my players and that. And I'll say it how it is. I don't think you'll find many people like me in the game. I'll say it how it is. And I genuinely believe what I say. People think I'm trolling. I ain't trolling, mate. I am not trolling. I say exactly what I think. Yeah, like obviously super chats and all that, they'll come, but you have to get a certain amount of subscribers. I don't even know how it works, to be honest, but I'm sure that'll come. And let me know, please, as well, everyone that's in here. I want you to write in the comments of the video, give me your feedback, and I'll interact with you. I'll reply to you and I'll talk to you. I want to hear what you think, how you think the show was and that, and whatever you think, just whatever your comments are, or any opinions you don't like, or you want to have it out with me, then let's have it right. We'll go for it. I will have a lot of people. I'll get people on and I'll plan it. And let me know whether you think I should do like I don't know whether I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'll do it every day because of work and timing and stuff, but I'll try and do as many as I can. When I just want to bring you good content, and I'm just going to do it to vent out really whatever I feel, however I feel, and that's what the channel's there for. And I will get people on. Don't get me wrong; it's my first show, so I just want to see how it goes and that. But I will do like a live calling show, and everyone's welcome to come in and have your say on whatever's on your mind with Chelsea. And that's it. Like I'm not really into going on to being part of panels and that, just because I'm sick of all the nonsense, People talk shit and they got personal agendas, chips and all that, and I ain't into all that stuff. So I'm going to stay clear of that. And obviously I've got my favourites that I will do stuff with. Don't get me wrong, 100%. But yeah, I mean, I've really enjoyed it. So I appreciate everyone in here commenting, if you've liked it and you've subscribed, like, let's have it right. You got the minerals, and I appreciate it. I've really enjoyed it. I can't lie. I really enjoyed it. It's been good, and it's nice to have people on as well. So I'm used to doing spaces all the time where I just talk to myself, and people listen or whatever. But I'm sure during the season it'll be a right laugh. Going to games and then obviously coming and giving my thoughts on the game and that. So there's a lot of things to look forward to. But let's have it right. Today I was going to do it last night, but today was the debut stream to announce the departure of the cement-booted fraud rat Lukaku, which I'm so happy. I'm glad. See you later, mate. Yeah, jog on. I'm loving that. It's everything I wanted, and like again, I've proved all the haters, all the people wrong again. Lukaku tried to prove me wrong, but didn't. He proved me right. And I knew, bruv. I knew it, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a great one, Big Rod. Pops his cherry with us. You know what? Without you lot, there's no stream. Big up. What's that, Rhino? Yeah, Rhino shit, yeah. Big stream, yeah. Big up. I appreciate this. Like, big joy, great stream. Yeah, I'll appreciate all your feedback. Like, listen, I'm very thankful you're all in here, and actually listening to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, big up, great show. Would love to hop on a call if you did one. Got a lot I want event on Lukaku. Jonas E, mate. Yeah, subscribe, mate. I'm sure you have already, but if you ain't subscribed, and what I'll say is I'll set up a stream and we'll do a live. I'll do a live call-in. We'll call it Land Your Minerals live show. Land Your Minerals. So every single one of you gets to come in here and talk to me and land the minerals. I think that'll be a great show. That'll be a great show. Let me know if you think that, and put in your comments what you'd like. And I want to be different, man. I'm not like all the others. Do you know what I mean? Let's have it right. I ain't like all the others. Greetings from Spain. Yeah, big up AP. Big up, mate. Yeah. Land your minerals. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll do that. That'll be fun. And then, like I say, I will get special guests on as well. I'll get a lot of special guests on. And people, and maybe create like maybe a little panel or whatever. We'll see how it goes. I've been on Gunny's channel. Big up Gunny. Man knows football. Lovely geezer. And we'll see what we'll see. You let me know in the comments when you would like me to do a live call-in show, and then depending on the response, I'll do it as quick as I can. And listen, news is going to break out as time goes on, and there'll be a lot of things to talk about. But I'll let you vent about Lukaku. I mean, I'm going to feast on it. You know, I was always right about him, and I knew it. But I'm not there to blow smoke up my own arse. I'm there to just let everyone know I'm saying it how it is. I'm not being handed no brown envelopes to say and use my platform on Twitter or whatever to say certain things. That's not what I'm here for, and I'll never be like that because I'm not like that. In fact, all of those people that are in those circles have all blocked me anyway. And if they haven't blocked me, they've either stopped following me because I've pissed off so many of them people in those circles. That's what's happening, bruv. Yeah. Oh, big up Fatter, mate. Fatter, bruv. Proper Chelsea. Fatter's my guy. We've been to so many games, man. I've got that clip of us at Southampton, bruv, where you took your top off and you just singing Timo Werner. I love it, mate. I was going to put it on my intro video, but I wasn't sure, mate. You know, I wasn't sure if you wanted me to do that. So get Monster in here. Yeah, I will get Monster in here. I will get Monster in here. That'll be an interesting one. That'll be a good one. That's where it started, really. I got a lot of love for Monster. A lot of love for Monster. You know, we might not agree on everything, but he's Monster's like, I respect Monster, mate. You know what I mean? I respect Monster. What's that? Johnny, let's have it right. The stream was full of minerals. Yeah, big up, Nins, mate. Get Terry. Come out. Yeah, Terry. I'll chat to Terry. I'll get him on. I also want to get quite a lot. I got a lot of people, Fatter. Don't worry, mate. I got a lot of people. Let's say, Johnny, Johnny, you are the few real ones. Yeah, I appreciate that, mate. I appreciate that. I say it how it is. Listen, I don't claim to know everything. I'm not Einstein when it comes to football. But I'll tell you something. When I see something, and I see quality and I see talent, I will speak on it. And when I see shit, I'll speak on it. And I just know things, mate. I know things. And everyone's got their own sources. But I'm just not really, that's not really where I want to go. I'm not there. I'm there to just enjoy watching football, which is the sport we love. And let's have it right. Football, Chelsea especially, because we're Chelsea fans, and not only just, there might be other people in here that are not Chelsea fans that are watching, but it's our form of escapism. It's what we use to enjoy, to forget about the nonsense in life, if there is any nonsense. Things might be going great, things might not be going great, but either way, whether it is good or bad, we all look forward to watching our football team play, and we miss it right now because we're in the summer now. But that's what it's about. And if we're not getting any joy out of that, then fuck me, what is the point? You know, and Lukaku really, I can't tell you, mate. I've been stressed with certain players throughout supporting Chelsea, but this guy by far has topped it, mate. By far. So, right, Meals FC. Yeah, Meals FC. Listen, I'm sure you probably already follow me on Twitter, but follow me on Twitter. I love, like, Twitter. I'm on it all the time, mate. All the time. And minerals all the time, mate. And I'll be honest, I am shocked, bruv, to get over 100 likes in here, man. That's unbelievable. That's unreal. It's very good. It's very good. But like I say, up the Chelsea, man, up the Minerals FC. I'm probably going to end it here now because I've got so much to say. I could go on for hours and hours and hours, but I'm going to save that. Let me just get this guy up. Maybe it's me complaining about. Okay. I remember, Dills, you messaged me on Instagram, if I'm right. Big up, Geese. I hope you're doing well because I hope you're all good, mate. You know, what you mentioned and that, and I hope everything's all right. What a way to get things popping. Yeah. We've been waiting for this for 200. Yeah, I know. My mate who's a United fan, big up Aridino. He's been pushing me to do this for a long time. And I've finally done it, you know. So we'll see where we go. Minerals FC is live and official. And I'm on Twitch as well. I've actually done a live stream, YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. Check that one out. Check the minerals on that. I'm doing both at the same time. So follow me on Twitch as well. I don't know if you lot are gamers. I'm not really a gamer, personally. Back in the day, I used to play a little bit of FIFA, but not really. But if you're a gamer, then Twitch is that platform. Go and follow me. My streams will be on Twitch. You could be probably playing your game while watching it on Twitch instead of having it on YouTube. So whatever suits you lot. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I appreciate everyone that's been in here. Like and subscribe, all that. I hate saying that. It's so repetitive and jarring, mate. Honestly. Listen. Maybe we get a bit of name minerals in there. Oh, mate, imagine the name minerals. Oh, if you lot know bad Chelsea takes, look at the state of this guy, mate. Mount, oh my fucking God, I love you. So clear of Lampard. Yeah. Where's your energy now, fella? Where's just a Twitter virgin, man? These people, bruv. Honestly. But anyway, the gaffer lands the minerals everywhere he goes. Everywhere he goes, he lands the minerals, bruv. Yeah, that's the gaffer. Stonied up as well. But listen, I've got my intro and outro. If you haven't seen my intro is the same as my outro. I'm going to play it when I end this stream. And what should we leave you with? I'm going to leave you with this image. This is, again, Wheezy and TT. Big up to all of them. That is me with Tommy T against the entire Chelsea football Twitter and brown envelopes. Let's have it right. The real minerals. Every fraud is in there, bruv. Every fraud is in there. Most of them have blocked me. So check the minerals on that. Big up, everyone. As always, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Let's have it right. I'll see you soon. Big up. Right, pride of London. London is blue. Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Let's go. Have it right, Minerals FC. You got the minerals, yeah? Love it. Got the minerals, TT.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.